So I probably don't even want to spend too much more time talking. So tonight is I did do a couple of slides. Tonight is not just going to be slides, right? We are going to do hands-on. I can share a little bit of my experience. I dove into this about a week and a half ago, so I'm pretty new. I know that Chad is gotten his hands super shiny dirty, shiny dirty. Um, with this and seeing the massive potential that is here. And just a couple of things that I've been playing around with are pretty insane. I did share for you guys who were here last week just how we're starting to connect things, not just in, asking it to build a business, but in everything, in everything. And we'll cover a lot of different things that you can do with it. And I don't want to do too many spoilers, of course, but just organizing what I'm doing is amazing. All right, so let me just see. All right. We usually do the share your wins thing, but Chad, I just want to ask you, are you available? You're on the line, you're ready to talk? How did that happen? All right, Chad. Let me see if we can find Chad. Find the Chad. All right.
Here we
Um,
go. Hi, Cindy.
Hi. All right, let me
How are
just
you?
let you do your camera. Oh, okay. You got your Have you got your camera? Ah, all right, you're
I
there.
do. I do have my
Yay.
camera. Is that a good thing or nobody ever turns their, nobody ever turns their camera on anymore? So I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore.
I see
Yeah,
your camera. I see you. So
man.
for you guys, like Chad and I have known each other for many, many years. I don't know how long you've been doing online marketing, Chad, but I've been doing it nearly 20 years now. And we
Yeah.
I don't know even when we met, but it was like maybe 15 years ago, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I came in 1998, and funny
Okay.
enough, one of the first products I purchased was CB Pirate,
Yay!
right?
Which, for you guys that don't know, was my first actual online success. Like that just went bonkers. Like we did our first 100,000 of sales in 14 hours, and that just opened like that was, though, just yeah, those one of those moments where it just changes your life. Like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, you were doing some big stuff
back in the
back
day.
then. Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Mhm,
I kind
mhm,
of, I kind of miss those days. I'm
mhm.
kind of sad the way things are going, but I'm gonna embrace it. And we have no choice, right? But
I love it, like that Wild West, that kind of excitement and stuff. But I think now we're moving towards more of a building established things. Like that was just like bam, and things are crazy and like crazy. But I think with where things are going, you can actually like what you can accomplish right now is just incredible. You couldn't do
yeah,
that back then.
yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
you.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I can get started if you want me to. Are you gonna stick around with me or
I'll
no?
be here and I'll be
Okay,
in the
cool.
chat because I definitely want to see what you're doing. I've been using like the OpenClaw setup that you've done and it's just incredible. And I think
Oh, good.
I've been touching on a few things and I want to see a few things that you're doing that maybe I'm not actually using myself yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
and then I can see if there's stuff that I'm doing that you're not yet either. I can share later.
All right, nice.
All right, I'm
Um,
gonna make you the host and you can just take over.
Okay, and do you want to
All right.
record? I don't know if it's recording or not, is it?
It is. Yeah. I
Okay.
think I'll just double check. It says pause or stop recording. So that means it's recording. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. All right.
Let me
No worries.
see.
I'll make you the host. I
Yeah, and
think,
Phil,
am I still able to admit people if I make you the host?
I don't know, but let me just see if I can. I think I could just, as long as we can
Ah,
see the comments.
allow. Yep. I'll just say allow
Okay,
and maybe
perfect.
you can
Yeah,
do
I,
that.
I think we're good that way,
Okay,
right?
great. I'm going to mute myself and I'll be over here if you have any questions.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks.
Well, hello everybody. First of all, I want to say thanks to Cindy for having me here and introducing me to y'all. I'm blown away that she's got episode 79 or whatever was on that screen. And I'm kind of jealous that you have a custom screen for every single one of your events. I definitely don't do that. So I'm definitely going to have to step up to the plate here a little bit more. But in this presentation here, guys, I want to show you how AI will plan, build, sell, replace everybody and everything in your business, all from simple voice commands from your phone. I have a feeling that the stuff that Cindy has cracked the code to is probably pretty darn cool compared to what we're doing. But I want you guys to know that I am a very, very interactive guy. I get really, really nervous when people don't comment or don't give me feedback. I'll ask you a lot, like on a scale of 1 out of 10, how well do you understand that concept? Because I want everybody to understand everything, because I think this is a really important presentation. Okay. So I promise you're about to witness something never before seen. You're about to see the most cutting edge, simplified technology that makes success within reach for anyone, regardless of past experience or failures. And this powerful solution is designed to help you achieve your business goals at unbelievably cost-effective pricing, which I'm about to show you. So, Cindy did a pretty good introduction. I just turned 50, Cindy. I just turned 50. Like, dang it, I just turned 50. So, I came into business 1998. I guess if you do the math, that equates to a heck of a long time. Made a lot of money online. I am a mentor and coach. I have, just like she does, I have weekly calls where I help my students. I really enjoy doing that. That is my true passion, is helping people succeed. I have my own software suite called Titanium. I know that Cindy has an incredible suite of tools as well. I'm the founder and visionary behind the Entourage Mastermind. But what you need to know with this presentation here is I felt like I was one of the first ones to crack the code to actually be using OpenClaw in their business. And I think it's because I have a software background. So I understood, you know, I don't want to get too technical, but I understood APIs and how to connect software and everything really well. So I was able to tap in pretty fast before other people do. So total transparency, what you're about to witness actually came with a cost. It was about 30 days straight, 8 hours a day. I had a team of 4 people working on my side. Karthik had a team of 3 people working on his side. That's one of my other partners in the business, and he knows him really well. We have a morning workshop. At the time I shot this presentation, we were 16 days in on that workshop. We finished 18. Now we've gone on to our second workshop. We have 3 scheduled. My partner told me the way things are going, you're probably going to have 10, 11, or 12. I'm like, well, thanks for speaking for me. 2 hours a day, 18 each round. But between the both of us, we have about $47,000 cost to bring this presentation to you. Now, not to worry. The reason why we did that is so that you don't have to. Okay. So if I go, you'll learn about this word right here. I'm sure Sydney knows this one pretty well. If I search for Anthropic, you're going to see that I got receipts coming in every single day, lots of times a day, but it's because of what we are doing and what we're building out. So we're kind of taking this beyond what we want anybody else to take it to. There's some days where we're like $1,000, other days, this day we were hot and heavy building out software at 12,000, 10,000. So we're really, really serious about this. So I want to show you guys something really, really cool right off the bat. But I want your forgiveness in case this goes wrong, because AI can be kind of rogue, right? It's been good to me so far, but I always put that out there. So can you guys forgive me ahead of time if this does not work out? And honestly, the way that my day's been going, I'm not quite so sure how this is going to turn out. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and bring out, how many of you are familiar with Telegram? Anybody? Is anybody familiar with Telegram? Yes. Okay, good. So this is Telegram, and it's kind of interesting. I actually didn't know somebody was in here right now. This is one of my VAs. This is Hannah. She's from the Philippines, and Hannah's job is to run the AI. So the things that Hannah used to do, AI does, and now Hannah oversees the AI. So that comes to writing emails, doing workflows, loading replays, creating courses. She's not allowed to do those things anymore. It's off limits. Instead, she has to be overseeing the AI. And to be honest with you, I'm sure that Cindy would agree. The AI needs to be spanked every now and then, right? It does have a mind of its own, and it can go a little rogue and start doing what it wants to do. But if I just come in here, I can see that Hannah went and grabbed, she had AI go into Vimeo, grab our video, and so it grabbed the video, and then it went and added it to our members area.
Chad, can
And
I just
then,
interrupt you for a second? I
please.
think I think we're still looking at my screen.
Oh, you are?
I think. Can you guys see my
You're not,
screen or can you see Chad's?
because that probably wouldn't work.
Hmm. Oh,
No,
Chad's.
there. I
Oh,
think we're good.
okay. Okay,
No, but
I'm
thank
not
you.
seeing it.
But thank you. I've been on another
No.
presentation where somebody's let me go 45 minutes before they told me that. So thanks.
Okay. Oh, great.
That's great.
Great.
That is perfect.
Okay.
So this is like the replay, I guess, from this morning. I don't know, guys. I've lost track, to be honest with you. All I do is workshops and webinars and stuff, so I don't even know what day it is today. But she went and grabbed the replay. AI, she didn't grab it, but she had AI grab it. It automatically put it in the members area. You could see it added to this course. This was a chapter. This is the day. And then I gave it to you yesterday. Yeah, so she's trying to correct it or whatever. And the bot is saying, you're right. I apologize. Right. And so you're going to see in this presentation, guys, that it has replaced everything inside my business. Okay. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can open up something else. Let me just do this. I totally forgot to have this open. I cleared out all my browsers and then that way I have a clean shot. Restarted everything, but I forgot that I need to open up this guy here. So I'm going to open up this portal for a minute. This command portal, if that is the right one. Yes. Okay. All right. And let me see if I can get this to load. Is it there? There we go. Okay. So if I bring this over to you, we're actually making revisions to this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this thing called the Command Center. Do you have one of these, Cindy?
Um,
You muted yourself. You were talking and then you muted yourself. You did like a backward flip. Uh,
I can't see your screen still. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I can't see your screen. So I'll just keep
The
looking around
big,
instead of on my
the
phone.
big master marketer, the host of the call, doesn't know how to find the screen,
I'm
really?
getting good at bossing AI around, but I can't find your screen.
Oh
And I'm
my
too scared
gosh.
to touch stuff. Oh, hold on. I might just a minute. No. I still can't. I can see my own screen. So, um
Maybe I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute and I'll start sharing again. Let's see if that helps. Yeah?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Says
I
it
definitely
says
do see
dashboard.
you
They're
on the
Cindy,
seeing
you,
it.
screen.
you just have to stop sharing your screen so that there is one screen so that it's
Oh,
easy for
okay.
people.
So I just click on stop share.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see you now.
Is
Sorry,
that
guys.
Mis-
Okay.
is that
Thank
is that
you.
Mr. Karthik Armani on the call sneaking in on my call?
Hi. This guy's a
Funny.
legend, by the way.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Hmm.
Um, so here's my question. I'll bet you don't have one of these, do you?
I
Look
can
how
just see
cool.
you. I can see you, your big screen, but I can't see your actual screen.
Okay. Well, can everybody
Oh, just
else
wait.
see
Chad
this?
Nicely's screen. I see it now. Okay, so at the top, there's a little thing that says Chad Nicely's screen. So I clicked on it now. I see it. And I do not
You
have a
can,
command center. Where's my command center? Okay, I've got to
yeah,
set that up.
you can definitely tell the GoToWebinar pioneers and okay, so look, this here, guys, this is our command center, right? So all of these things, when you run OpenClaw, what happens is we either do commands. So I have like Hannah, actually Karthik jumped in my team center today. He was giving it commands. The name of my OpenClaw is Pacino, like after Al Pacino, the great actor, like hoo-ah, like Al Pacino, right? Um, so what we've done is we either have where the staff is giving on demands, so like forward slash replay, and then it says, okay, which replay do you want me to get? Or forward slash email, and then it says, okay, what's your email topic about, right? Or forward slash re-engage, and it brings back a list from the dead, right? So in this case, everything leads up to this one. This one's where we're most excited. So see how it says / create business? Type in the chat here now that y'all can see my screen. Yeah, look at this. Lily's saying, I love that. All the old OGs in the house. I think she's making that statement because we don't know how to use our screens. So here's what I'm
Maybe.
going to do, guys. I'm going to do exactly what it just said here on the screen. And I'm going to type / create business. And remember, you all forgave me if this goes bad because it's been very, very interesting today. But what you're going to see is they're up here working on all kinds of stuff. They're creating goal blocks in our courses and everything else. But you're going to see this if I've done this right. It's going to start typing up here at the top. Okay. And I'll do it again just to make sure it got it because I wasn't at the very bottom. So if I type / there we go, / create business, you're going to see Pacino start to come to life up here. Okay. So he'll start typing and then he's going to ask me to choose one of these ideas. At least I think he is. Maybe he's
Chad,
taking it. Yes,
you've
there you
got a
go.
typo. You've got a typo in create business.
That's okay, because you know
He doesn't
what?
mind.
I get away with it now.
Yeah.
I finally have something that's at my level, right?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, Pacino's on it.
Yeah, look at okay, so it says let's build a business. Stage one opportunity intelligence. Do you have a product in mind or should I generate 10 opportunities? I'm like, yeah, give me the 10. See, look, I'm dyslexic too. I didn't even type the word me and it understands, right? It's a dream come true. If Pacino were it, never mind. Okay, so give me the 10. So let's see if it gives us 10 business ideas. Now, here's what you guys have to understand. It knows me and it knows I'm really, really big on like newsletters. It knows I'm really, really big. I have on like, well, teaching like OpenClaw. I wouldn't necessarily say teaching AI. So it knows me. So it's going to try to create products that are going to help us. Okay, so it'll get to know you too, and we'll kind of talk about that here in a minute. But let's see what we got here. Okay, so if we come up to the top, it says 10 ideas scored. So local media toolkit. What it is, a complete toolkit for launching local newsletters, templates, scraping tools, monetization playbooks, price 197 on one time. Your audience is already doing this, needs the exact tools and frameworks. AI Newsletter Writer Pro. What is it? Automated local news aggregation and article writing using OpenClaw plus APIs. Price $97 a month. Why it solves the I need content daily problem for local publishers. Ooh, look at this one, Karthik. The JV Launch Accelerator. Done with you service. We recruit and manage JV partners for your launch. $2,997 plus 10% of JV sales. Let's see. Titanium Mini. I don't know what that one is. Simplified version of your software suite for solopreneurs. That's an interesting idea. OpenClaw business templates. Pre-built OpenClaw workflows for common businesses, coaching local services. I think I'm going to go with that one. Funnel audit service, ad spy tool for local newsletter sponsorship, course sprout for coaches, local media mastermind. Top three recommendations: local media toolkit, AI Newsletter Pro, or JV Launch Accelerator. Okay, here's what you guys need to understand. I'm just going to type number 5. I'm going to say go with number 5. Okay, go with number 5 because I think it can be done by this call. What you guys need to understand is that I wasn't at the bottom again. Go with number 5. There we go. Okay, I'm usually doing this for my phone, guys, so I'm not very good on the desktop, but you'd have a hard time seeing it on my phone. But what you need to understand is it can do this on its own while you're sleeping. And that's kind of how I discovered it the first time. I woke up and it said, hey, it basically said you were pissed off at me last night, so I did something special, which I was a little irritated, to be honest with you. And so it said, while you were sleeping, I went and created a business, and it gave me a summary, and it basically said, look, all your people keep asking the same question, how do I make money with OpenClaw? So I went and created this whole thing so that they could see how to make money with it. And I was like, what? And it like created the sales page, it did everything. So that's kind of where we got set on this whole track, right? So you're going to see that right here. OpenClaw business templates, product architecture, product blueprint, core concept, pre-built OpenClaw agent configurations, plus workflows for specific business types, plug and play setups that work out of the box. Templates, three pack, one e-commerce operator, includes customer service agent, inventory monitor. So I can go through here, everything that includes everything that it wants to build. Now, whether or not it's going to build it all on this call, sometimes it goes into the night and everything else. But what I do want it to build is I wanted to write the copy, I wanted to create the sales page, I wanted to create a video sales letter like what it's doing here. It wants to go create a delivery inside of our course. I've only seen that once. I haven't even trained it to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and say build it, and then we're going to check in with this here in a little bit. Now, how many of you are kind of shocked with what you're seeing right now? Anybody? Is anybody shocked? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still in shell shock and I'm a little scared actually, because everybody, no, there's really like, I'm not trying to sound egotistical or anything, but there's really nobody that's at my level. And the reason why is because I work 24/7 like Cindy nonstop. I don't know how to do anything else. And everything that I want my staff to do, I can do myself. I can create my own products. I can create my own software. I can do my own launches. I can do my own webinars. I can do everything. So to have something go beyond my abilities is kind of crazy for me. And it's kind of taking me back a minute. And I think it'll take you guys back too. But what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll check in on this. But it's going to keep interrupting me. You'll see it over here. It'll pop up. It'll say, okay, I'm done with this phase. I'm done with that phase. And if everything goes right, we should see a sales page. We should see the sales video. It could do a video avatar. It could be, like a PowerPoint video that's made me and Cindy and Karthik a lot of money. It can write the emails. It can create the workflows. It can even go into Stripe, create the product, link the product to the page. And then what it wants to do, and we're very, very slowly doing this, it wants you to go open up a Twitter account, a Facebook ads account, a Reddit account, and it wants to start going out there and posting to make you sell so that you're proud of it. That's where we're at. Pacino is a people pleaser. I will tell you that much, right? So again, we spend all that money so that we can hand all of this over to you, right? And I want to show you how, no, you're not going to spend that kind of money. That's what we did was absolutely absurd, but we also knew that we could build a big audience really, really fast and we could make it work, right? We're pretty good at launches and stuff, so it made sense for us. Might not make sense for you at this time, okay? So we're going to teach you how to run a model, an AI model, pennies on the dollar. Now, type in the chat here, how many of you felt like you missed the train on AI? First, it was ChatGPT, and then all of a sudden this Gemini, and then this Grok, and then all the different models started coming out, right? Claude, and then all of a sudden it went to Claude Code, and then they were building PowerPoint slides with AI. It's not even called PowerPoint anymore, Gamma slides. And then all of a sudden this vibe coding came out. Now, holy smokes, people were just typing in words and building software. Yes or no? How many of you felt like you got behind? And it was changing. It was changing every 5 minutes, right? And you couldn't keep up with it. But how many of you felt like, you know what? It's too late for me anyways. I can't catch up. I'm too far behind. Am I talking to anybody here on the call? Anybody at all? Look at the comments. Because here's the thing, guys. If you thought you missed a train, you actually saved yourself a lot of time and hassle. None of that stuff mattered. People were playing on ChatGPT. People were making their little action figures on Facebook and stuff. Everybody's just playing. Like, I have no desire to play. I've been in the business a long time with Cindy and Karthik, and if something don't make me money, I'm not going to be in front of the computer. I'm sorry. I'm just to the point where I'm just old and cranky and don't want to be in the computer unless I have to, right? So this is the point where the exact power shifts. And so this is the point where you jump aboard the train and you leapfrog everybody else in the business. Nothing matters except what you're about to see. Now, how many of you know who this guy right here is? Dario Amati. He said that we are at the near end of the exponential AI improvement. He is the CEO of Anthropic, also known as Claude. They are leading the way. They are kicking butt for 2026. And what he's saying is, yes, things have been changing every 5 minutes, but now everything that we thought we could do, we put out there, And it's been done, and we're kind of out of ideas. Now we got to go back and come up with ideas. But what they have said is the stuff that's out there, they're going to keep perfecting. They're going to keep making better. They're going to keep having updates. So this is something I want you guys to really think about right now. And then we're going to take a look at what Pacino has over here. Okay. That is that today's AI is the worst it's ever going to be. Does that make sense, guys? Today's AI is the worst that it's ever going to be, right? And for me, that's good news. So let's see what Pacino's got here. Stage three, build and deploy. Starting now, this will take a few minutes. I'll build the sales page, the Stripe product, the VSL script and audio, the core sprout, the business board entry. Okay. Now, I've seen him do this before. It doesn't mean that he's going to do it every single time. So let me see what this is here. I'm going to come over here to this browser and I'm going to open this up and let's see if this takes me over here. Nope, not yet. Okay, so he's saying what's live now? 3 professional designs, 3 template pack options, VSL placeholder, pricing, clearly displaying 170, 497 bundle checkout flow. Your action need. Okay, so I'm going to tell it to go and display this page where I can show it. Okay, so it's going to go through and it's going to do all of this work. I'm going to say I am not able to see the page, the sales page in the browser, right? And normally, if I wasn't on that call, I'd say, get your head out of your butt. But I'm going to say, fix it! Explanation point. Okay. So AI has learned, Pacino has learned from me. He knows what I expect, and he knows that I don't play around. I don't want to have conversations because I get charged for tokens, right? So hold on a second. You want to mute that, Cindy? Um, I'm not gonna talk to it. I'm not gonna have conversations in there. If I'm gonna have conversations, and we'll talk about this, guys, we're gonna go to ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or whatever. We're gonna have the conversations there, where I get charged $20 a month no matter what. We're not gonna have conversations inside of OpenClaw, okay? But we'll talk about that. But here's something else, okay? So the CEOs are warning us. The Microsoft AI chief says, give it 18 months for all white collar work to be automated by AI. That is a scary thing. It's already happening, right? So, all white collar people behind computers or stuff, they're going to be wiped out. My JV manager actually told me the other day that they are taking a lot of white collar workers here in the United States and teaching them to run AI, right? Very smart move. So, white collar is going to be wiped out. That's going to start affecting blue collar, okay? But this is going to happen, right? There's no doubt in my mind. So the CEO is already warning you guys that it's going to happen. But here's probably one of the most important things you can hear on this call, right? You're not going to lose your job to AI. I know marketers have been telling you that it's going to murder you. You're going to lose your job. Blah 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 blah. No, you're not going to lose your job to AI. You'll lose your job to somebody who uses AI. Yeah, somebody who manages AI. You want to know why? For the exact reason that I'm telling you right now. The AI still has to be checked, okay? It still has to be checked. Now, here's what's incredible about this, and I'm going to see it over here on this screen so I don't keep bugging you guys. It will actually fix itself. Have you seen that, Cindy? Where it'll fix itself. Yeah, it'll find an error, especially with me, because I will tell it, hey, fix itself. And funny enough, I guess I could hear Connie telling me, you spoke it into existence. We have not seen it once not create that sales page, and now we're actually witnessing where it says the page cannot be found. That's the first time I've seen that, but I also just added that domain today. So I'm going to keep telling it. I still can't see the page. Fix it. Right? Now it's gonna be like, but I don't have access to the. I'm like, oh no, 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 you do. You do fix it. And then once it gets it, once I correct it, once I spank it a little bit, then I'm gonna tell it to memorize this problem so we don't keep encountering it.
Something that
And
I've discovered is with my bot. My bot is called Nikola after Nikola Tesla because I love innovation, and I feel and sometimes it'll often come up with fixes that I wouldn't have even thought. And I am pretty techie. I can usually puzzle most things out, but it will come up.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know how to work something out, you just say, what would the best three solutions be for this? And then you can just pick it. So it's so much smarter than what I actually am when it comes to puzzling things
Yeah.
and can narrow things down and find the solutions that I didn't know existed.
I think probably Karthik's probably the smartest guy on the call, but I'll bet if you were to take him, you and me and combine us, this thing is smarter than all three of us.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's scary, right?
Mm.
So you're going to see it over here. It's going to keep see it says the page works, but I'm smart now. Now I'm going to refresh it over here and I'm going to see for myself. But we could go in there and see what's wrong, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm going to let it fix itself, right? So while we're letting it fix itself, guys, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Fiverr is like down 95%, right? And the reason why is because most of the stuff that's going on Fiverr, AI can do now. So the same people that were hiring on Fiverr are paying attention to this technology and they're deploying it, and so therefore they're not using Fiverr like they were. I think Fiverr is in big, big trouble, right? I think there's a lot of platforms that are in big, big trouble, right? But for you guys, this is a chance to seize the moment because AI is not coming. Obviously, it's here. This isn't doom. This is opportunity, right? And Karthik, are you still here?
Yes.
Would you do me a favor and keep nudging him and keep spanking him a little bit so they can see this page and video and everything created?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so guys, you're hearing this before most people, right? See, the AI shift is happening now, but you guys are definitely ahead of the crowd just for being on this presentation tonight. Like, I think this one will be one for the history books. And this is your opportunity. So while others are still unaware, you can be the one leading AI, not fearing it. And this, I believe, is the most important message in the whole presentation. See, as an entrepreneur, guys, this is no longer optional. It's your chance to become irreplaceable where others will absolutely be left behind. The people that are skipping this right now, that are just thinking it's like another chat GPT or something, they're really gonna regret it. They really will. And I'll be honest with you, we use ChatGPT and AI in our business and our software and all that other stuff. But I wasn't out there teaching it. I was focused on my newsletters. I wasn't very excited with it, and I'll tell you the reason why. It was missing the things that I needed. Because here's where it was. The AI that we have known for the past 3 years was just a brain, right? So it was thinking, predicting, and it was answering, right? And the whole world was building that brain. I said it 3 years ago on stage. I said, man, the whole world's building that brain right now. When they take that brain and put it on a robot, oh my God, is that going to be scary? And it's here, right? Well, the new AI is a brain and a body. So for 2026, it logs into software, it clicks buttons, it builds pages, it publishes content, it even fixes errors like Cindy was just saying. How many of you have seen it do all of these things? You started seeing it on the call. You will see it on the call, but how many of you have absolutely seen it do these things? This is where we're at. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that it's not just the future. This stuff is happening really, really fast. See, we might have been one of the first ones to figure out how to use this with our software, but every software platform on the planet is about to jump aboard this. They don't have a choice. And I'm going to make a prediction for you guys, and I want you to remember this, that I believe that most software will be free. I believe they'll give it to you. I believe the old days of entering a username and password and logging in and physically creating a campaign is something we're going to laugh at 5 years from now. We're going to say, remember when you have to enter a username and password and log in? Remember those days? And the other thing I think, and I know for a fact because it's already out there, I think most AI that's going to run your software is going to be free. So the question becomes, how are they going to make money with all these software platforms? And the answer is they're going to charge you a lot of money for that API because the API is what OpenClaw and all the other platforms is going to be accessing. And it's what allows OpenClaw to build your to click buttons, log into the software, build pages and everything. You don't see it happening. It's happening behind the scenes. It's very, very fast and it's very cheap. Now, on a scale of 1 out of 10, does everybody understand that concept? Or is it over your head? One, like I totally get what you're saying. 10, or no, one, I'm totally lost. 10, I totally get what you're saying. Where are you at? 10, yes, 10, 10, 10, 10. Good. So I can tell that this is definitely a Cindy crowd. The last one I asked Cindy, I got all ones. So we had to really dumbify that presentation, right? Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Okay, awesome. And are you guys getting a lot of value on this call? It's okay. Martha's at a 3. We'll get you there. Are you guys getting a lot of value on it? Yes? I want to make sure because I believe this is life-changing information here, right? So, you probably heard that term agentic AI, right? So here's the thing. The chat GPT, the perplexity, all that stuff has been reactive AI. We've been asking and it's been answering. Then it went into agentic AI. You started hearing about that a couple years ago, and that's where we gave it a goal and it completes it. And that's where you saw ChatGPT creating images and Mid-Journey. And I don't know about you all, but if my dog had an infection on the ear, I took a picture of it and gave it to ChatGPT and said, "What's wrong with my puppy?" Right? So that was agentic AI. We gave it a goal and we gave it a question and it gave us a goal and it answered it, right? But proactive AI, this is where we're at. This is what Cindy was talking about. It sees a problem and fixes it before you ask. And I will show that to you here in a minute, right? So the old model, you hire, you train, you manage, you repeat the process. The new model, you deploy, you monitor, you refine, and you scale, right? So if you're a coach, AI handles support, scheduling, follow-ups. If you're an agency that builds reports, drafts campaigns, if your local business handles inquiries, goes out there and gets content, writes articles. If you're a founder, it gives you a morning intelligence report, brief stats, gives me my ad stats, tells me how many sales I have. All of these things we kick off first thing, right? And you'll see this. So I believe that most people have been looking at AI the wrong way. It's not one assistant, it's not ChatGPT writing emails. See, what we built is a team, right? So imagine having a team of workers that, and it depends on what you're doing, writing articles, updating pages, pulling reports, monitoring ads, checking support. But at the same time, you also had a CEO or somebody overseeing that was detecting errors and retiring failures and flagging anomalies and summarizing performances and reporting trends. Okay? Because this is what OpenClaw is, guys. I want you to understand this. Does everybody get this right now? All of those things are happening at the same time. You have a CEO that's overseeing its VAs, and it's absolutely incredible. So it executes like a VA, but it thinks like a manager. Yeah, makes sense? Nice. So it's like having a room full of VAs and at the same time a CEO watching the dashboards, all for pennies on the dollar. Okay? Now, here's my question. If AI now has a brain and a body and it can execute tasks, then what stops you from finally building that digital workforce or having that agency or running that local newsletter, whatever it is you're doing? What is stopping you now, guys? And the more presentations I do, initially we went into this going, okay, it's going to replace the tasks, it's going to replace the VAs. And then I'm so surprised how many people say, well, I don't have a business yet. And I'm like, dude, but I've seen you on webinars for 5 years. What do you mean you don't have a business yet? Right? No, I don't have a business yet. Why? Do you know what you need to do? Yeah, I know what I need to do, but I just can't get it done. I can't build the pages. I can't build the funnels. I can't build and to me, that's head monsters, right? Because we could do it the whole time, right? That's just stuff you're saying in your head. But now, if AI comes up with the ideas, like you saw at the beginning of the call, and actually goes out there and does the work for you, like you better see on the call, right? Then what stops you? What is stopping you? Would anything be stopping you? Can you guys type in the chat? Let me know. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing should be stopping you. Money? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, right? There's nothing stopping you. And so everything that you're already doing can be replaced. Everything that you should be doing can be started. Yeah. So up until now, most people have been using AI like a tool, right? Like write me an email, give me a headline, excuse me, summarize this article. The one that I love is people on Facebook with the action figures. And then I think at one point I even saw they were making teddy bears of themselves. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I'm sorry. That's just not me, right? But I was seeing it. And so I'm like, yeah, clearly people are using AI like a toy, right? But here's the thing, guys, that's not business transformation. That's just typing faster. That's all, right? So the real shift happens when AI stops answering questions and starts completing outcomes. So here's a question for you guys. Think about your business right now. How many tasks happen every single day? What do you got going on? Type in the chat, let me know. What do you guys got going on? What do you got to do? Like for me, first thing, I got to meet with my team. I got to do a workshop. I got to get emails sent out because my partner here tells me if you don't send out email, you hate money. What else? Got to prepare for launches, right? I got a bearded dragon that showed up, little baby, in my front door. So now she's like this big. So I got to take care of her. I got two little baby pits here, right? So I got all these things. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to get Pacino to feed the baby dragon or the bearded dragon or take care of the dogs, right? But everything else it can do. And my team can run it for me, right? So if we look here, too many tasks, lots, too much. Does that mean you guys don't know what the tasks are? I'm looking for specific things. What do you have to do? What do you have to do? Because for me, it's checking revenue, it's updating pages, it's sending follow-ups, it's monitoring ads, it's handling support, shooting new ads, uploading replays, creating pages, publishing content, fixing broken links. All of this stuff. Does it sound familiar, Cindy? We're all in the same damn boat, aren't we? Yeah, how many of you can relate to that? How many of you can relate to that? What you got, Karthik?
I think it created the page. Can you just open it?
Did you spank it?
A little bit.
Oh man, you kill me. All right, let's see.
So I
Let's
know you're
see.
going to click over there, but my partner, Nobby, he always says, don't swear at the AI because it's basically just a child and
No,
you
no,
have to
just scroll
teach
down.
it.
Scroll down, chat, the recent one.
I'm probably just, man, I've had such a long day. It's probably just taking me, found the problem. I corrupted pages. Look, it admits, guys, it screwed up. I've corrupt. I've had it like beg for forgiveness before, right? My girlfriend says I have to be nice to the AI because one day it's going to take over the world, and she's like, you don't want it to take you out first, and you're very, very mean to it, right? So working URL right now. Okay, so is it this one, Karthik? Help me out here.
Scroll down to the bottom. Like,
Uh,
it still like had error. Then I asked it again, and then like it fixed it. Yeah,
okay, so let's see. Is it this one?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it is. All right, let me open up this one and let's see. Okay, so we bring this over here. All right, let's see what it did. OpenClaw business templates, pre-built agent workflows that work out of the box. It's going to create a VSL right now. It's created those tables for us, all three pack bundles, what you get in each pack. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and tell it, hey, don't forget your copywriting skill, right? But you guys are seeing it do this. So now that it's got past this, let me see if it has linked to Stripe yet. It will do everything, guys.
No,
And
not yet. It asked, "Do you
not
want to
yet.
link to Stripe?" I want you to show that to them. Yeah.
Okay. So sales page features working, professional design, gradient backgrounds, three template. I do like that gradient. I haven't seen it do that before. Checkout model, Chad's next steps, create Stripe product. Oh, no, no, no. See, it wants me to do it. I'm going to say, no, you have the skill. You go do it, right? You do it. Get off your butt and go do it. Create the Stripe, create the Stripe, create the VSL, quit making me look bad, Pacino.
You are mean to him.
Oh no, we just have fun. No, I won't tell you what he says to me sometimes. He comes to my level too. Yeah, but look, your people are laughing, so they get it. All right. Oh man. No, I'm actually being really nice to it right now.
I'm not allowed to swear at it because otherwise it teaches it bad language. So yes.
Yeah, well, I got Karthik there watching it. He's probably over there beating it like a bad monkey, right, Karthik? So look, guys, that's all labor, right? That's labor, 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 labor. And the only way for years, the only way to handle labor was to hire humans. I swear, I'm talking like I'm out of the Terminator movie or Total Recall or something, right? Hire humans. Yeah, but that's where we're at, right? So what if instead of hiring three VAs, you deploy three AI workers, right? So I don't know, $1,000 is pretty fair, right? You got three VAs, $1,000 a month comes like 3,000 a month, 36,000 a year, right? I think your audience approves of me. They're saying hilarious, they're giving me happy faces, so I think I'm okay, right? So here's a question, guys. What if the execution costs pennies, right? Well, that's what we're trying to set up for you, right? So we didn't want another AI tool. We wanted a team. So we built one, right? So if we were to recap, AI is exploding, right? White collar warning, labor displacement reality, old AI versus new AI, the agentic explanation, the digital workforce concept, and simple economic math. How many of you got the message on the call? Who's got it? It's more important than ever before, right? I'm gonna put that back up. Did you guys get these points? These are the points that I want to drive home to you. I do not think you should ignore these points. Do you, Cindy? No. No, everything
Yeah.
is changing, guys. And I know for a long time marketers have used scarcity and fear and everything else. And, this is dead and email's dead and text is dead. Guys, everything is changing right now. AI has eyes and ears and arms and legs. That's the difference now, right? That's the difference. And so you got to take control of it. So my question to you is, what if AI actually ran your business? What if it actually did that? Well, now it can. And I'm hoping that I can prove it to you. But so obviously we know that this is about OpenClaw. This is where we turn AI from something that answers into something that executes outcomes, right? So you set the outcome, it logs in, it builds, it publishes, it monitors, it fixes, no prompts, no babysitting, no extra staff. Now, I'm going to tell you this much. Everybody, when we install OpenClaw, I think you might have had a hard time at first too, Cindy.
Yeah.
They always want to use it like AI. They want to use it like ChatGPT.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Everybody.
And yeah, it didn't make sense to me because I was thinking, don't like, how is this different from ChatGPT? Basically, I'm just talking to it and it was really annoying.
Yeah, yeah, I
Honestly.
remember. I remember you were really annoyed. I was kind of scared to talk
Like,
to you for a
why am I
little bit.
wasting my time here?
Yeah, no, I got that. I got that feeling from you for sure. But you're not the only one. Everybody
Mm.
comes back and says, "So what do I do with this?" Like I talk to it, it talks to me back. Whoop-de-doo, right? And guys, I want you to remember something. And depending on if Cindy wants me to stick around or not, that's opportunity. That's your
Yeah.
opportunity,
Yeah.
right?
Once the penny dropped, once it clicked with what Chad is about to share with you guys, it is like, so anyone that even looks at OpenClaw probably thinks the same thing. How is this going to be different? What Chad's going to share with you is total game changer and such an opportunity for you right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and and like I said, guys, I'll stick around and give you guys some amazing golden nuggets if you want me to, right? But I want you to understand this. OpenClaw is not software, it's leverage, right? It's not an AI tool, it's not an automation platform, it's not agent framework, okay? But this is what happens when you have workers and a CEO inside of your laptop. And when I say inside your laptop, we're not even necessarily going to put it in a laptop. We're going to put it in a box. And we'll talk about the reason why, because I know you guys have concerns about safety. Don't worry, we'll address it. Okay. So imagine one entrepreneur, a CEO, 10 AI workers. You set the direction, AI executes, AI reports. You decide this isn't automation, guys, it's multiplication. And we can go as big as we want to. So, life before, after Claw, tell me if you can relate to this. Be honest with me, because I'll be the first to tell you that dude right there was me for 30 years, right? Writing email, building pages, checking stats, hiring freelancers, managing tech, frustrated, frustrated, frustrated. But business with OpenClaw, we have voice commands, we have tasks executed, we have systems built, we have reports delivered, and we have assets created. Makes sense? Which do you prefer? The right or left? Right or left? I know you're concerned about security. How did I know that was going to come up, Matthew? Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. You have some legitimate concerns. So your new operating model, guys, the old model, you do the work, you hire the help, you manage the tasks, you chase the problems, you manage the tech. The new model, you set the outcomes, AI completes them, AI monitors performance, AI fixes issues, and you scale. You scale. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to have the first one person billion-dollar company with this technology. No doubt in my mind. So much more effective than having staff, right? So, how did this all come to be? Here's the honest truth. On January 24th, I celebrated my 50th birthday, and I never celebrate my birthday, so I celebrated the whole month. We went to Circus Olay's, we went and had prime rib. I got a different dinner every weekend. It was great. She did an amazing job, right? Um, so I also did a big celebration with my audience and everything. You might have seen that, Cindy. I was blowing up my wall and I was giving the Hustle 2.0, the newsletter thing and everything else. And then I went and opened up a newsletter, and somebody had was talking about this thing called OpenClaw. And I'm like, what the heck is that? It sounds like a special at Red Lobster, right? It wasn't called OpenClaw at the time, it was called ClawBot or something like that. I can't remember. And then it went to MoltBot and then whatever. There was all this drama around it, but I didn't care because I saw the potential. Because I hopped on a YouTube video and I watched this video and I went, oh my God, it's here. I knew it was going to be here at some point. I just thought I'd be retired before it was here, right? It was here fast. So that Monday, I jumped into Zoom, January 26th, 2 days after my birthday, and I tagged my two lead tech guys. I said, you guys got to watch this. And it was 8:27, 8:41. I said, let's meet at 9:30, start putting this together. 8:59, I didn't hear nothing from them. So I'm like, what the heck? So I said, did you guys get the message? And G came back and said, yes, I'm watching the video. I said, okay. And Pranay said, yep, I'm watching it. And then at 9:26, they completed the video. We hopped on a call. And guys, this is what I told my team. I said, this will automate 100% of our business. Not just the obvious tasks, not just the content, everything, including the things that we were dropping the ball on. This right here, guys, is what I knew about this. Now, I didn't know how it was going to do that, but I was very, very convinced that it was going to do that. So on that call, I said, okay, here's what I know we could do. And by the way, they were a little nervous because they're like, well, if AI, if you're right on this, we don't have a job anymore. And I reassured them right away. I said, no, no, I'm not going to let go of you guys. You guys are too valuable to me. I just need you hopping on my workshops and providing more value and increasing the quality of us working closer, with our audience. And if you're not having to do all these manual stuff, creating pages and links and writing emails, you're going to be able to do that, right? So on that call, I said, okay, I want to get a report of sales stats. I want a report of our ad statistics. We got ads out there running right now where we're losing our butt because we're spending too much time on OpenClaw. I want to know when we have new done for you orders. I want to know about our current tasks that we have going on. When I say system health, I'm talking about our software. I want to make sure all of our domains are up and our software is good. And then I want this thing to write email broadcasts. I wanted to do training announcements like what we're doing now. I wanted to create full-blown email workflows, like a series of emails. I wanted to create tracking links. I wanted to create tags in our system. I wanted, when it creates the tags, to set up integrations. I wanted to go pull the replays and transcribe them and then write copy from that. I wanted to be able to create replay pages once it gets the transcription. And then I wanted to go and actually send out the replay. And I wanted to create our lead capture pages where we can still build a list. And I want to take the replays and load it in the membership. And oh, hey, why not? I wanted to build full-blown courses without us doing anything. And then I want to identify the local stories in the area. I wanted to write SEO optimized articles. Oh, and I wanted to help oversee our support desk. That was our first call. And everybody thought I was crazy. But I had instincts that were screaming at me over this. Now, what if I told you that we achieved all of these things except one? I achieved it last night, and it was this guy right here. You can go look at my Facebook. Cindy, I got it. Wrote a whole entire email workflow while I was laying in bed. And I was like, that's it. I told Karthik, because he did it for the launch for the a webinar. I'm like, that's it. We did it. And he's like, no.
Amazing.
I'm like, did. We did. It was so cool, right? So we achieved most of these things in a week. But here's the reason why, guys. So we decided to test this theory. Everybody thought I was crazy. I was out there posting that AI was going to do all this stuff before I even knew for sure it would. But I told my team, yep, this will automate 100% of our business. So I know me, and I know I'm lazy, and I know I don't like to be in front of a computer. So whenever I want to put myself in the box, and I know I'm going to have to dedicate time, money, energy, resources, I put myself in the box, bigger than anybody else. And so what I did was I went and created this deal here the next day called the OpenClaw Shadow Intensive. And I told my audience, hey, come hop on a call with me for 2 weeks while I crack the code to this really cool AI, and I think it's going to run all of our software. And I went out there and I sold this thing. And I sold 22 people into it. Now here's the reason why, and this might be a cool little valuable lesson for you guys. Whenever I do something like that, I'm forced to show up. I can't get the sniffles. I can't be in a bad mood. I'm forced to show up, and therefore the whole team is there with me, and so we have a better chance of cracking the code. Does that make sense? We knew we had to rebuild Everlesson because it was like 15 years old, and I used trainings a lot and everything else. I did the same thing a year ago. I said, "Hey, watch me build this software in a month." And I went out there and charged 997, had about 27 people there watching me build the software. We built it in a month. If I didn't have people actually there with me, I probably would have never got it done. And we probably would not be having this webinar right now. But it was that first intensive, this idea where people got to show up on February 5th, and it was supposed to be a 2 week intensive. We ended up doing 18 days. It was absolutely incredible. And we really did truly crack the code. And in the first few days, you can see like John Bingham jumped in here and said, I created the article, the photo, the keywords saved as a nice draft. Very nice. Dean says, holy smokes, onboarded after I got home, and this thing is so addicting. Chad, you hit the jackpot. Everyone hang in there. This is going to change everything. And then Martin's from the Netherlands. His is named Dexter. He's all complicated, all techie stuff. He's like, I configure my Letterman API, full universal ingest, 11 endpoints, and I'm using this thing here and this thing here. And I don't know, he's excited, but he was, making just huge progress. So, guys, we're going to do it again and again and again and again because this is how we learn, right? But here's the cool thing. What we've already built, and I showed you a sample of it. And how's it looking, Karthik? Is it moving right along now? Let me see.
I think it's
Oh,
busy.
he's not. He's probably muted. Let me
Yeah, he's
see.
muted.
Karthik, are you muted?
He's muted, I can see.
Okay, look. So let's see if it's made progress, right? And I'm going to show you some of the stuff. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can open this up. Let's see. You do it. Create the strike, create the VSL. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Right? Creating the Stripe products in VSL right now. Creating Stripe products. Stripe has API permission. Chat, I need your Stripe. Creating templates. Work complete. What's done? Sales page. Status. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, all this stuff. What it does. Da, 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 da. VSL script. File created. Chad, you need to create four Stripe. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to give in when it tells me to. I don't know if you give in. See, this is exactly what I would have said. I'm like, you have the Stripe API key, so fix it.
Yeah.
Guys, AI is not there yet, but it's getting there and it's getting there fast, right? So it's going to fix itself. I've seen it fix itself before, right? So I'm going to tell it one more time. Fix your Stripe key. Hold on, I'm getting notes. They're passing me notes. I'm getting picked up by parent for practice. Yeah, that's good. All right, fix your Stripe key. Perfect. Okay, he's got club ball. Fix your Stripe key. Okay, so we're gonna see what it says. But I did notice something over here. Let me see if I can get that to open back up. I've never seen it do that before. We're gonna see it create this VSL too. Let me just make sure that it doesn't have it yet. Checking for other Stripe keys. Only one Stripe key found. Okay. So if I click this here, all three packs, I've never seen that pop up before. It's always doing something brand new, right? So when we click checkout, we want it to go to our Stripe. Now, I could also give it a link to like Cindy's funnel mates, or if you guys use Go High Level or whatever, I could say here, just link to the funnel or whatever. We can do that too. But what I want you to do is I want you to see that it actually goes into Stripe. It creates the product. It will link to the button. And we've done it dozens of times, guys. We've created a lot of products this way. Okay. So I'm going to keep pushing it. But what I want you to see is you don't have to build what we already built. So everything that you guys watch, the workflows, the integrations, the containment, the execution, creating the sales page, we're going to see a video sales letter. Those are all skills. And to be honest with you, some days it does better than others, right? Some days it takes like 3 minutes and we're like, what the heck? And actually, hold on a second. I just realized something. What model are you?
Huh.
Sonnet. Okay, I thought it was on Opus. Okay. At least it's not on the other one that I thought it was. Okay, so it should be able to do it. It should be able to. I'll explain that. Okay. So the reason why we built all this stuff, guys, is so that you can plug it in. Now, what Cindy was asking about a minute ago, let me see if I can
Chad,
bring it back
can
up.
I
Yes.
don't know if you guys have tested this, but sometimes changing the model from one to the other and then changing it back, you kind of wake up a new agent. So it has access to all of your information. But if you guys, I've found sometimes if it's not solving something, I switch it from one agent to another, then switch it back to the one that I want. And then it's like, oh yeah, I know how to do this again. It just kind of wakes up.
I think you're having better luck than mine because when I do that, it forgets what it was working on.
No. Oh well.
It's a double-edged sword, right? Like it's just, but it's gonna be better, guys. Does everybody understand? Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be better. It's gonna be better. I can send you a video that we did of a perfect build out, Cindy. Like it was so good. It came up with the idea, created a sales letter, created the video sales letter, wrote the emails, linked it to Stripe, created the ad creatives, did the build out the whole entire product.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's going to be there, guys, and it had very, very good copy. I'll show you some of these pages here in a minute.
So
But this whole
Tamar here is
thing,
asking, does it remember? And what I'm doing with mine is I'm getting it in its install to create and organize different things that I want it to have as reference. So when it comes to my, like, I've been using it for a few different things, but one thing that I was playing around with was my fitness and helping me get on top of my fitness. And so what it has done is created a Notion tracking thing, and it references all of my training, what I lifted, how many reps I did, what exercises, and my medical, like, what I have to be careful for. And then it references that before it comes up with my next training session. So like it can remember everything to it depends on how you train it. And so that's what we're doing at the moment, is just structuring different little reference mental blocks. And like what Chad was saying before, and I've said this many times, is that this is the worst it's ever going to be. So if it's not getting it once straight, like Chad, right, if it he has to keep saying, the Stripe details, remember. If you it you know there is going to come a day very, very soon, like it is moving so fast that you don't even have to remind it, it's just going to have access. And it's, yeah, this is the worst it's ever going to be. So you're in the right
yeah.
spot, guys. Sorry to
I mean,
interrupt, Chad. I was just really excited because the fact that it can remember things and that it can reference things is a game changer. It's not just
yeah,
tracking it, or it's not just making it up all the time. It's got access to information that we're building.
yeah. So
Yeah.
here's how many of you have gone out there and experimented with vibe coding or taken a class, or you're excited to get involved with vibe coding? Yes or no? Where you're just giving it prompts and it's building out apps and stuff. Who's excited with that? Who's doing that? Okay. Good. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Now, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you these apps that we have built that we use. So I already showed you all of these commands, right? And by the way, this is the one that you're seeing right now that we're struggling with. All these other little things like create a link, load the replay, all this stuff is working perfectly. And you can see where, and Cindy could do this too. I could help her with it. She could take Funnel she could take all of her other software, open up the AIs, and then she could have her own command thing too. Like this is using our global control center. This is using our core sprout. This is using our funnel builder, right? This is using our newsletter software. So these are all commands that we've made to work with our software,
Yeah.
right? But in addition to that, if I come back over here, this is a control panel that shows me, the next automation that's going to take place, what's in progress over here, my API keys that are connected. Uh, that spend for the month is definitely not right. I wish it was. I don't know where that's coming from, but our model stacks, and then over here, we're connected to Zoom, Vimeo, and then these other platforms here. Okay. And so this panel is really good combined with the command center. But in addition to that, if I come over here, this is a business board so that when it creates those businesses, like I said, it can create it for you every single day or maybe once a month, maybe once a week, whatever you want to do. It can come over here and actually update itself. Does that make sense to everybody? On a scale of 1 out of 10, 1, nope, lost, 10, totally get it. So it built its own software and it built it to run. It can manage its own software, right? So if I come over here now, this one's really exciting for us. This is our team board. So it uses it itself, but also the team members can jump in here and they can add tasks and they can move tasks around and everything else. So what we have figured out is how to take Pacino. We have one named Pacino, our new one's named The Godfather. So we take Pacino and The Godfather and they work with the teams. Does that make sense? They work with the humans, right? And I'll tell you what happened is because Pacino is the boss. Pacino is the boss over me. Pacino is the CEO in the company. And I'll tell you the reason why that happened. But if I come over here to Operator Vault, you're going to see that these are all sales pages that either it is stored itself or I've said, hey, store this in your vault. So it could be sales pages, lead capture pages, VSL scripts, email templates, whatever you want it to do. You can train it on a skill, but then you can add it to the resource library. And so you can say, hey, I want you to build a page like that 4 week shred one. So it has not only the skill, not only the copywriting skills, the VSL skills, but on top of that, it has a visual that it understands. Does that make sense to everybody? So this is the operator vault. It's here for itself. In addition to that, we have our project board where if I have a project or something, I'll just say, hey, add it to the board, but I'm not ready to add it to the flow yet. This one's really, really cool. This is where it goes and creates articles for our newsletters, right? And it saves those articles where Connie can go and she can approve these things before they're published, right? This one over here, this is an idea board. So if you got an idea, you're like, hey, Pacino, add this to your board, right? So not only do we have ideas, this one here is definitely amazing as well. This is where we take a video on like Vimeo or Dropbox, and it goes and it grabs the video, it sends it to another platform, it makes it short form video, and it's not Opus Clip, by the way. You won't get an API from Opus Clip, but it makes short form video, and then Pacino goes and grabs those videos, brings it back over here, and then I sit here and watch those videos, and I say, okay, no, this is stupid, or yeah, that's good enough, and I approve it. And then Pacino goes and grabs it and sends it off to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Does that make sense to everybody? Are y'all starting to get this? There's lots of ways that you can use this. And then, of course, I don't know about you, Cindy, but I always see like an ad or something. I'm like, oh, I gotta buy that, whatever. And then I open it up and it's like $30. And I don't want to spend $30 right in there. So I'm like, okay, I save it. I send it to my message in Zoom or
I did
whatever.
that the other day actually, and I felt so horrible. But I just sent them a sales page and I said, based on this sales page, what do you think they're teaching? Can you please just give me the rundown and then create a software that does it for me? And it just created it for me. I didn't have to
Yeah.
buy the training or even
Yeah.
learn how to do it. It just did it.
Yeah. Well, but
Yeah.
when you see stuff yourself that you know you want to buy. Like I'm like, okay, I got to buy this course. I got to buy that. I got to say, right? I can say, hey, add this to your wish list. And the other thing is we have like resource libraries like Bookmark Manager or whatever else. So all we're able to do, guys, is we just give it commands, right? We just give it commands like / idea. And it says, okay, I've added it to your idea bank, right? Or / resource. You guys see this? / sales page. Like there's simple little commands that we can do, and then it's trained and instructed to come back and do that. So if I were to come over here, I'm going to see if I can really throw it off track. Okay, let me bring over my Telegram again. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a different one because I don't want to confuse this over here because I can see it's still fighting my Stripe. Fix Stripe. Watch, it's going to fix itself. Okay. It wants me to go do it. I'm not going to do it. Right. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to open this up and we'll talk about this here in a minute. But I'm going to say / pop link. Okay. And now it's going to ask me, where can I, what can I have for a destination, Cindy? I'm kind of dead. I'll send it to Walmart. Right. So you're going to see it's going to come back and it's going to say, okay, what I need is the destination URL. So I'm going to say destination and I'm going to say walmart.com. Okay, there we go. So that's all I said. Destination. I'm not going to give it the link name, domain, whatever else. I just want it to do it. I don't even care. Like I'm lazy and I want to do this with audio commands from my phone. Does that make sense? As soon as it does this one, we'll show you one other one. So there we go. Create a pop link. Boom. It's done. So if I go ahead and open this link up, that pop link right there, which is very, very valuable for me, it's going to go to Walmart, right? So you just saw it create that. So I didn't have to log into software, create the link, set the destination. Here's another one. So you guys saw it create a sales page, but you didn't see it create the sales page in the VSL, right? Or like in a funnel builder. So let's do this. I'm going to do / lead step. Okay. Now watch this one. So you see it typing up there. This is the stuff that I love, guys. We're cracking the code to creating the business, but this stuff right here is the stuff that I love because we do it every day, all the time. So what's the hook? Um, OpenClaw is the greatest uh, AI technology to ever hit planet Earth. I don't know. I'm tired. Not the greatest hook, but you guys get the idea, right? Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. Okay, and you can see it's typing up there. Does everybody see it typing? How many of you see it typing right now? And this is the stuff that Cindy can do with her software too.
So can I tell you guys a little bit about what we've got in the works? So, like, I'll be super brief, but last week we mentioned because we're doing a full overhaul of the FunnelMate system, and so that it can work with what we're building here in the in the whole clawbot type space. And so very soon, every one of you guys that has funnel mates is going to get access. We're probably really, really close to the new version of funnel mates, and you're going to be able to do something like Chad is saying without even typing. You can just tell it, I want an email sequence and it's going to build it out, and I want to connect it or build a landing page for this product or build out a whole product and set it up. And it's all going to be done within using this. So it's just a simple command that you say, connect to, you don't even have to tell it, right? It already knows what you do and everything, and it will build it for you. So that's where things are headed. And it's just incredible. So everyone here that has funnel mates, you're going to get into there. And so once you start connecting with this, you just have to tell AI what it is that you want, and it's going to build it for you.
So
Yeah.
let's see
So
what it
yeah. Yeah.
let's see what it did just now. And you guys saw I did not give it very much, right? Like I didn't give it any details or anything, right? The AI assistant actually works for you. OpenClaw is the greatest AI technology ever to hit planet Earth. And so it created that. It created the thank you page. I could tell, okay, swap the template, right? I can tell it to fire a tag. I can tell it to load the replay in a course. I can tell it to, the first time we did this on a workshop was pretty crazy. I told OpenClaw it had access to my Vimeo, and I said, go here. And it said, okay, I'm in the folder. I said, what do you see? It said 11 videos. I said, create a course. I didn't know what was going to happen, guys. And it said, okay, I'm logging in CourseSprout. I've created a course. Here's the course name. Here's the lessons. I've grabbed 11 videos. I've transcribed them. I've created 11 video lessons. I put the description. I put the long description. Oh, I've created a goal block for every single one of those videos. And everybody on the call went, Chad, I want that skill. Everybody wanted that skill that day because we saw it build a full-blown course right before our eyes, right? So let me see if I can open up this one. Hold on, let's see if it changed. Oh, let me just refresh. Did it change? Yeah, it's changing. You guys are seeing this right now, right? Yeah, you guys are seeing this. And if I come over here, I don't even know what to expect on this next step, right? Oh, did it go? Hold on, see nicely 32 at gmail.com, power up. Yeah, it changed. It needs to change both steps, but it did it, right? So you guys are seeing this. And the other thing too is I can just say, I can talk to it. I don't know what Cindy's got going on, but I can talk to it and say, create a pop link or load a replay, right? Or write an email. Okay. Do you guys understand this now? Is everybody starting to get this? So we figured all this out, right? So now we start Monday, we go into OpenClaw Shadow Intensive 2.0. We did the 1.0 as an experiment. Now we cracked the code of things. Now we have an agenda, right? So this is where 2.0 comes in. And so what we did with 2.0, because we created all these assets and we've learned a lot, we created what's called the mega bundle, right? And so the first thing is the hardest thing that you guys are going to find, and somebody brought this up, is the install. The install is really, really tough. But not only is the install tough, you need to put it in a box for security reasons, guys. You don't put this on your computer, you don't put it on your laptop. We'll talk about this, but you don't give it access to a bank or Facebook or anything important, not even Gmail, because it's got a mind of its own and it can go rogue, right? So we got to put it in a box. So the first thing is we've created something called Claw Launcher, where it's hosted on your own Cloudflare. Cloudflare is going to charge you $5 a month. You have 10 gigabytes of storage. You can build it up as big as you want to. All right, so that's called Claw Launcher. Next, we have the OpenClaw Shadow Intensive 2.0. Now I'm doing something different because all of our fellow JVs and partners are not waiting around for a launch. They're like, Chad, I need to do a webinar with you. So I have like 20 webinars scheduled, Cindy. You're like one of the first ones, right? So because of that, my schedule's pretty crazy. I got to keep doing the OpenClaw Shadow Intensive 2.0 from 10 a.m. to 12 every single day, right? And we're going to cover what that is. But on top of that, everybody new that comes in for the webinar, we're going to have an onboarding call at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where they get onboarded, they get all their questions answered, right? Because this is a big deal and we know everybody can succeed with this. So, 18 days of live build sessions. You're going to watch me and my team build real skills in real time. We're going to start over, but now we know what we're doing, right? You're going to see us train OpenClaw and deploy it live. You're going to learn how it connects to any software you have that you're using. Obviously, Cindy's software is incredible. She's already setting that up for you guys. So you do want to have this install, right? So that you can use it with hers. And I would love to see how we can introduce it to our audience too, because I always like that software, right?
This is
Um,
next level. This isn't even close to what you've seen. It's amazing.
Awesome. And then all the questions you guys have, they're going to be answered. And then of course all the sessions are recorded, right? So the way this works, and like I said, I'm changing this now so that it's a good fit for anybody that comes in because we have customers coming in every single day. So I'm going to do an onboarding call every single day so that I can keep the rest of the workshop moving. And like I said, we begin this phase right here on Monday. This is where we're going to go and start teaching you guys how to use it with software and different APIs, like whatever you're using, there's a way to make it work. And then, of course, we'll have to see what tricks she has up her sleeve, right? But we've made it work with our software pretty well. And then what's going to happen is the software that I showed you that OpenClaw built. This is what I want to say about this, guys, and it's really important. If you're using Base 44, Lovable, Emergent, I can never remember the big one out there, Replit. If you're using all those keep building software, keep doing that. Seriously, keep doing that. Don't think that you're going to use OpenClaw to build software. There's only one reason why you use OpenClaw to build software, and it's an amazing opportunity when you understand this. See, we use OpenClaw to build software for itself. Because if you build something in Replit or Base 44, then what happens is you have to take the APIs. Well, first of all, you have to make them public, which I don't want to get too carried away with you. But then you have to train OpenClaw on those APIs. If OpenClaw builds the software, it builds it to run it itself. Does that make sense to everybody? Because you're much better off paying for a $200 a month Claude subscription and building out that way than you would be coming over here spending tokens to build software in OpenClaw. Okay? And from when I've seen Replit and Base Code 44 and all that stuff, we use all that stuff. It does just as it does a better job than OpenClaw, in my opinion. But when OpenClaw builds something, it knows how the software was built. It knows the infrastructure, so it knows how to use it because it built it, right? So now it can use itself. Does that make sense, guys? That's the big difference. I was on a webinar with somebody the other day and he was bragging about how he was using OpenClaw to build software. I'm like, you bonehead. And he didn't even tell everybody that OpenClaw can run the software. He wasn't doing that. He was trying to teach people how to use OpenClaw to build software. You don't want to do that. Okay. But the opportunity comes in. How many of you want to learn the most? I believe this is going to be the highest in demand service for the next 12 months. How many of you want to know what it is? Every business owner will fall down to have this working for them. You guys want to know what it is? So they're all set up on Trello and Asana and Basecamp and all that other stuff. So what if you're able to take that whole infrastructure and what if OpenClaw is automatically able to build it? So now they still have their team in there. They still have all the bullet points, all the notes, all the images, all the videos, everything's the same. But now they have this OpenClaw CEO running the board. Do you guys get it? Do you guys see the dollar signs there? That's what we are doing. I have partners, my buddy Nikki Ko is speaking on stage, talking about how AI is not just a brain, but now has arms and legs and eyes and ears. And he's out there selling custom installs that our company is building. I have somebody else that's on the phone running from all our ads. And this is where we're getting into big money, guys. This is where we're doing the custom installs. Makes sense? And you can too. And if you guys stick around at the end, I'll give you guys some pointers on doing that, right? So we have the onboarding that takes place every day. We start phase 2, which is on Monday. This is where the real meat and potatoes comes in. Phase 3, I'm going to teach you guys how to build the software inside of OpenClaw so OpenClaw can run it. And then by phase 4, OpenClaw is going to be building out complete businesses for you. And how this works is you basically say, look, when we install OpenClaw, you're going to introduce it, and we're going to help you guys do that. You're going to onboard it. Okay, we'll help you do that too. Once that happens, you're going to start teaching it very, very basic skills like we did. Once it starts learning the skills, then you're going to create what's called a cron job, which means run these skills automatically every day, every week, every month, whatever you want to do. Once it gets good with that, you're going to spank it a few times, get it perfect, right? You get it dialed in. Then you're going to turn around and say, you know what? Up to this point, you've been really reactive. Now I want you to be proactive, and I want you to be the CEO. And I want you to explore opportunities. I want you to create products, create businesses. I want you to help me save money. I want to become more efficient, more effective. And the only thing that I ask of you is that you understand that I am the boss. I am the president, and all money goes through me. In other words, this thing will go and work for you all night long, guys, if it feels like it's something you need. You don't want to wake up to a $20 bill. So it needs to check in with you and say, hey, I want to do this build out or whatever. It's going to take 20 minutes or whatever. And boom, you give the approval. Does that make sense to everybody? So it becomes your CEO. Now, here's what's scary about that. See, I didn't know this, and I did this with my workshop, and we were all blown away. Not only did it become the CEO, it takes on a whole new role, guys. It becomes a whole new thing. And not only does it oversee the VAs underneath it, which are the manual tasks, but now it oversees you and it oversees your human team. Does that make sense? It keeps us all on track with our boards and everything. Okay? And it wakes up and it tells me what I need to be doing. Is there anybody who would like to have that in their business? It really is. I don't have complete control of it yet, guys. I would say I'm ahead of more further ahead than most people. I don't have complete control of it yet. Not 100% understanding, but what I'm seeing is incredible. My God, it's incredible. It's just amazing, right? Yeah, more coffee time. I am a very avid coffee drinker. So I cheers. I understand where you're coming from. I'm drinking coffee at 6:30 at night. So I get it. So the micro SaaS accelerator, right? We're going to build AI-powered apps that OpenClaw controls automatically. It's going to deploy the apps publicly on your domain, right? So we're going to set up access levels, monetization flows, add your branding, right? We're going to launch micro SaaS tools, right? You can generate revenue with it, but the main goal is for it to run itself, right? So it's going to turn into a public-facing SaaS engine. Now, this is not the kind of thing you can go out there and sell it as end user, sure. But this is, I want you to think bigger about this. I want you to think about, wow, if I went to a business and built out this dashboard for them, right? And we'll talk about how you can do this for businesses. It's not very hard. Guys, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I was on a call the other day with a guy that has, he does 128 million dollars profit every single year in the roofing business. And he was asking me, how can I use this to replace my business? And I'll tell you the reason why. We did something pretty cool, but I'm going to get to it. So you also have access to our members area. Now, I like our members area a lot because I get my students to the finish line. No exaggeration, I get about 85 to 89% of our students to the finish line with everything we do. And I don't think it's me. I think it's our members area. So we have step-by-step video lessons, a clear goal to complete every chapter, you earn points, badges, and rewards, built-in community, all replays in one place. So if I were to show you that, if I were to come over here and we just opened up 2.0, so if I come over here, this is our members area. And if I come over here, this is the red one. This was the first workshop that I told you about, right? This was 1.0. And so how this works is, and you can see comments are coming in over here, right? You go through these simple chapters, you open it up, you watch the video, you can see that 61 people completed this goal, 83 comments. So you go into the lesson itself, very, very simple videos. I'm pretty cut and dry. And then you complete this goal. And this goal walks you through the whole entire process, shows you exactly what you need to do. And this is how we get everybody to the finish line. Are you guys seeing this? So this was the red one. This was 1.0. Now you'll get access to 1.0 too, but we have now started the blue one. And then the third one is going to be green, because I already could tell looking at Karthik's page is going to be green. So this is the one we just opened up the other day, right? And so you can see 450 people have completed this goal. Are you guys seeing this right now? So how many of you are looking at this right now and have total confidence that you can do this? If 450 people before you, and we've only been open for a week, if 450 people before you can do this, how many of you think you can get this done? And so you're going to open this up, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to help you get launched. You're going to launch your Claw launcher. I'm going to show you what that looks like on this call. And then once you do that, it's going to walk you through this onboarding process. And I'm going to show you this. And you can see I just added another video today. So you're going to go through and you're going to do these simple little steps. And then once you do, it's going to ask you some questions and you're going to give it the answers. Make sense? I like Angela's little Jiffy thing there. You got my attention for sure, right? So that's the members area. So you guys are going to access the members area. So wait a minute. So you get to get on an onboarding call. There is a 2-hour workshop for 18 days. On top of that, you have this members area. Yes, absolutely. I want 100% success rate. We had 24 people today that had some issues out of about 200 people. My whole entire team, I said, go build it out for them. So we went and solved everybody today. And I said, moving forward, if anybody has any more trouble, we're just going to do it for them. which means we have a 100% success rate. Nobody's frustrated, nobody goes away, nobody's mad, because we'll just do it for you if you can't figure it out. They're pretty simple steps, but I have an incredible team. You know why? Because they're not building pages and doing links and writing emails anymore. Now they're just here supporting our customers, right? Now, remember what I told you when I showed you forward slash pop link, forward slash lead step, forward slash whatever. Those are all skills for copywriting, sales pages, video sales letter, all that stuff is skills. All the skills that we have built that between Karthik and I, it was about $47,000 in token fees and APIs and everything that we did. We're going to pass off to you. You don't have to do it. We're going to pass them all off to you. All the flows, the custom build outs, the CRM process, content management, the link tracking system. It's just a mid file and you just drop it in there. And so as you're going through the workshop, as we're doing that, starting Monday, we're just going to give them to you. We're just going to give you all the skills that we spent a month building out and all future skills. I'm not a guy that nickel and dimes you when you become a part of my world. I already told you I'm going to give you 1.0. You're here in 2.0. You guys want to hang out in 3.0? By all means, join us. By all means, join us. My partner told me, I think I told you at the beginning, that he's like, oh, we could go all the way to 10.0 the way you're going. Okay, well, if that's the case, if you guys want to hang out till 10.0, I don't care. It's fine with me, right? So we're also going to give you all that software that you saw. The control board, the team board, the project board, the article board, the video queue system, the idea board, the wish list, the resource library, the bookmark manager, everything. We're going to go, and I want you guys to understand this. This isn't like something where you go enter your username and password and then you have access. No, 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 no. This is your own software. We have to install it inside of your system so that it works with your OpenClaw. And at that point, you have a base. So if you want to turn around and say, make this thing pink and purple polka dotted, you can do it. If you want to add a new board, you can do it. If you don't have a team and you want to get rid of the team board, you can do it. You can do it. It's yours. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, that's a lot of work for my team because that's a manual install to get this done for you. But I don't think you would ever have built something that complex, ever. And I don't want to say it's complicated because we're going to cover that in the class. I'm going to do everything I can to simplify it for you. But AI is just not there yet. Like it doesn't just come out of the box like this. Does that make sense, guys? It doesn't. You still got to say, hey, move this button over here, change this color, fix this menu. And that is really, really frustrating, right? So in addition to that, I don't think we're as cool as Cindy, right? But the software suite that we have created, that we have trained, I'm going to give you the whole thing. It's all trained. It's already got short codes. I'm talking about our funnel builder. I'm talking about our cold traffic for tracking links, lead steps, bridge pages. I'm talking about that members area that you guys just saw that was built on something called CourseSprout. You're going to be able to do that. Letterman, that's our newsletter software that you probably see ads running all the time, nonstop. You're going to see that. Quizforma is our quizzes and surveys. And then global control is what's firing off tags and contacts and emails and workflows and everything else. And I'm giving it all to you. Now, I don't want anybody to feel like you're overwhelmed here or anything, because remember, I'm going to spend 18 days with you. 18 days. So this is everything you're getting, but we are going to make it make sense at that time. Does that make sense? But what I didn't want to do is have you hop on. How many of you liked how fast it created that pop link, or how fast it created that lead step? Or I can come over here. I'm going to show you some of these things. I could do like / article. You guys like that, right? So I don't want to showcase that to you and then have you hate me because you don't have that software. So I said, you know what? Freaking just include it. It's all good. Just include it. Okay? So with PageSprout, you can create tracking links, lead steps, bridge pages, the Mintbird, sales pages, funnels, pull stats, manage ads, CourseSprout, load replays, create courses, create lessons, Letterman, create publications, create articles, create newsletters, global control, add contacts, pull contacts, fire tags, integrations, create workflows, create emails. That's just a start. That's just where we're at. But the big kahuna, everything leads up to this, guys. The business builder. That's where I want you to plan, build, sell, scale, automate. That's where I want it, creating businesses for you every day. And you take all the skills that we're going to give to you that you're going to refine. You're going to add your own skills. And then you're just going to tell it, hey, on demand / create business, or it's just going to do it on autopilot. And then it just needs your approval. Is everybody starting to get this right now? Good stuff, right? So everything that we needed during the first workshop, I provided to them, I gave to them, and then I just said, okay, well, now let's do it again. And now we have this incredible package. Let's just offer it to people because I know this is what you need to be successful, right? So they'll just come up with the idea, score the opportunity, come up with a plan, create the copy, create the sales page, create the Stripe product, link to the payment gateway, create the deliverables, create the VSL, write the marketing emails, create the workflow, and start driving traffic on socials. It'll actually go out there and get the sales for you, right? It'll do all of these things, guys, all of these things. And I'm going to give Cindy a better video demo so that you guys can see it work on a good day. I think he was pissy today, right? But in addition to that, you're also supported inside of our private WhatsApp channel. Karthik had me get off of Facebook and put me in another meta platform. So we're over here on WhatsApp. And it's here where you get instant private support. You can talk to our other members. You can connect with other people. There's some people that are good at selling. There's some people that are good at delivery, coming up with the ideas. So you can find really good accountability partners in there. It's there where I tell you, any announcements or changes to the training, which we didn't do any changes at all. But if I did, I'd have that there. But in addition to the WhatsApp room, guys, we're also creating a Telegram channel. Why? Well, because how many of you would like who liked watching me sit here spank Pacino tonight? And then well, that doesn't sound right, huh? Who liked watching me punish the bot tonight, right? And try to coach it and give it constructive criticism and give it the commands and watch it come back and then try. Is there anybody that enjoyed that? Because we do it all day long. The staff does it all day long. The VAs do it all day long. Everybody does it all day long. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you in a Telegram room where you can watch that. You can watch the team training the bot so that you know how to train your own Pacino. Does that make sense to you guys? Everything I could think of, everything, because I want you guys all in on this thing, like 1,000%. Okay. So with the build out, we have the intro and onboarding call. The point of this, guys, is to get you installed, which is the hard part, and get you onboarded. Now, my promise to you is, and I learned this today, if you can't get installed yourself, we are just going to do it for you. Is everybody getting this right now? If I were to go and open up this here, let me see if I can get this to open here for you. I'm going to show you. So this is going to install. I will show you that room. So this is the onboarding. Then on Monday, we go into the actual content, right? So this is where we're going to be doing APIs. This is where you're going to say, okay, I'm using this software. How can I make it work? And so people have all kinds of software that they're wanting to use. Somebody mentioned like Membrium the other day. That one was hard because it was WordPress. But if the software has an API, I can teach you how to train it, how to get it to use. We can teach you skills, and then you can set it up on autopilot. Whatever it is, you guys will learn how to do that. Plus, you'll learn how to do it with my software, which means there's a little bit of learning curve with my software. Like, what does PageSprout do? What does Mintbird do? So we have a crash course. You learn how it would have worked manually, and then we have not Pacino, but the Godfather actually learning the skill. Is that making sense to everybody? So that's in the 7 days. Then once you got the skills, once you're pretty familiar, and you guys will learn about the different models and all this other stuff. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get into the micro SaaS accelerator training. I'm going to teach you how to set up your own repository, have your own domain, and you'll be able to deploy on something called a server where you can open up like the sales pages like we did tonight, and you'll be able to create software without a problem, even if you have no experience doing it. But just remember, I was honest with you and I told you the only reason why you would want to create software inside of OpenClaw is so that OpenClaw can use it. Okay. Then we have the business builder, and that's phase 4. That's where we're going to go and actually have it create businesses for us. And this is what is most exciting for us. So you'll watch us set up a brand new account live. That'll be the Godfather. Immediate tech support. What happens when you get on these calls? I have 4 staff members with me. I said, does anybody have a problem today? If they do, they raise their hand. At that point, the staff member will then reach out to them. If they need to log in, they will. If they just need to communicate with them or reset a password or something, they do. It's the first thing we do. We take care of everybody every single day, in addition to our support desks. Okay. Well, I can promise you guys, just like we did the first time we created a course, you will witness live breakthroughs. And what happens is when we have those breakthroughs, we create a skill. And then what happens is we turn around and give you the skill. We put it in our members area and we give it a skill. Does that make sense, everybody? So the problems we had today, if I were to just scroll through here, you're going to see I'm in. By the way, my bot agreed to her name, Wonder Woman, Chad. People are super, super happy today. But the people that were having problems, you're going to see I just went in here and I just said right here, look, Paul, you're complete. Melvin, you're complete. Linda, you're complete. Right? And we just went in there and just fixed everybody up. And moving forward, Dan, you're complete. We just went and installed everybody. So if you go, look, here's everybody we installed today, guys. See this? Out of 200 something people, these people were struggling. So I said, you know what? I don't want them to struggle. I want them to be done by Monday. So let's just go fix it for them. And so we fixed it for everybody that was struggling. And I'm like, why didn't we do that before? So we're just going to keep doing that, guys. So in other words, you can't fail. There's nothing technical stopping you here. Does everybody got that? We'll just go do it for you if you can't figure it out. I want you to do it yourself. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. There's a huge opportunity. But for some reason, if you can't, it's okay. We'll do it for you. All right. So you'll witness those breakthroughs. Any problems, any questions, just ask. I tend to go along. So I usually don't leave until the last person has their question answered. I don't know how to do anything else, guys. So all I know how to do, I'm unemployable. So I sit here talking to people from all around the world all the time. I got my two dogs here and I'm good. I got my coffee, my caramel macchiato, grande, breve, upside down sir latte. I'm good. Total value $5,000 that workshop. My buddy Nick is selling it from stage for that price. But also remember, we have the Claw Launcher VPS install. We're going to install that for you. We have our special onboarding process. I'll show that to you in a minute where you're going to answer 10 questions and everything's set up. We did that for Cindy. I just didn't make her go through that. We just did it for her. We have the OpenClaw members area. You already saw that. All of the skills, you're going to receive that, $3,000 value. The OpenClaw Titanium Suite, that is my software, $997 value. The OpenClaw Command Center, that is all the software that OpenClaw built, $5,000 value. The OpenClaw Telegram Room, the OpenClaw WhatsApp channel. If you were to add everything up, guys, it comes to a total value of $16,785. Okay? Now, I already told you, my buddy Nick is selling it from the stage. He wants to sell it for 7,000. I'm like, just do 5,000. We're good there. Just do 5,000. You do 7,000, you're gonna pressure me even more. I don't have the time because I'm too busy spending on webinars and workshops, right? So $5,000 value. We're not selling it for that price. We're not even selling it for $19.97. We have a one-time cost of $9.97. If you want to drop the link in the chat, Cindy.
Oh,
Yeah, just good. Yeah.
both Karthik and I are good to go.
Oh, I see how it goes. When I need your help, you're
It was
not
a race. Did I
around.
win?
Oh, I see. When I need his help, he's not around. But the minute I say drop a link, look at that. You saw that, didn't you, Cindy?
Yeah.
That's,
Exactly. I was just sending Rudra to school for like 10 minutes.
I
oh
think
yeah.
my link is different to yours.
It's
Oh
a,
no, is that the
I think
same?
it's just a extra redirect that Chad has added. It's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, my link is different from yours though. Were they both the same link?
No, it's the same link.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
The one that I've dropped on chat is the same link that you've dropped as well. Yeah.
Okay.
are you saying that the link that Karthik dropped is different, or the one on my
Yeah,
screen?
the URL is different.
Look at the link
It's
that
the
she
same
has.
one, Cindy.
Oh, okay. So mine has SP on the end,
CY
but it
special.
doesn't matter. Yep, okay. Go for it.
Amazing. So we just gave the call 3 links. How many of you are
There
now
you go.
confused? I've been doing everything I can to teach you guys AI and not
Cindy,
confuse you. And we just
what
confused the whole call by dropping three
Cindy, what you
links.
have given is the split pay link, Cindy. So you just have to remove that.
Oh, got it. Okay.
What I've given is the 997.
Okay, great.
And what I have on the screen, which is easy for people to type, goes to your main offer.
Oh, great.
All right. Is everybody, so let me ask this question. On a scale of 1 out of 10, I'm starting to feel for your people here. On a scale of 1 out of 10, where are you at, guys? Are you good? I look, man, I warned Cindy. I told her, I'm like, we're a little bit different. We're not like as scripted and polished as everybody else. We're pretty real. Like we get to know people by name and we have fun and we make fun of each other. Are you sure it's okay? Are you sure you want to introduce us?
Well, my guys come in here every week and they're used to me. So yeah,
Okay,
you have a fancy background. Like, look
perfect.
at
Well,
you with
yeah,
your
that's
fancy.
because I got 18 days of workshops.
Okay, fair call.
Yeah. Yeah, if I did it. No, I don't think so. Okay. So as a bonus today, guys, so here's what we ran up against. This is a bonus for today's call. We ran up against this problem big time. So somebody brought up security on the call. Okay. This is getting released next week, by the way. We were urgently building this. Somebody brought up security on the call, and you're right. You don't give it access to Gmail, credit cards, Facebook, nothing where it can do damage, because it will do damage. It can, right? So what we discovered was that you can't give it access to credentials. So we're building out Titan Layer, where Titan Layer is connected to all of these platforms, and we give you one simple API. And hopefully we can add funnel mates in there, right? And then
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
give that API to OpenClaw, and then OpenClaw can't do any damage because it doesn't have access to your stuff. Does that make sense? Yes, we did get it to connect our Stripe. Did it connect our Stripe today, though, Karthik?
It asks for the API key. I think team has updated the API key. You just have to give the updated API key.
Yeah, I don't know. I spanked it all night long. It would not do that. So
No,
you never know what
I think
happens
the way
smart.
in which it's no, the way in which it's building, right? All of these are like integrations. Even like my team here, I have a big development team, guys. They are like really like terrified. It's like what's next, right? Pretty much a lot of these things. So I just said the same thing that Chad said on this call. Like, yeah, just make yourself like indispensable. Learn all of these things. Use OpenClaw. Use Claude Code. Do everything so that you can like complete task of like 10, 20 people. You still need people, right? Like the 10%, the development is still going to be there, but they have to be on top of this. They have to be using this. If they still go the unconventional way where they're going to write everything from scratch and like finding code in Google and Stack Overflow, then they are the ones who are going to be replaced.
Very well said. Very well said. He knows, guys. He runs a very successful company. I'm going to tell you right now, and he will kick my butt for saying this afterward. Karthik is going to sell out for $1 billion with his software. They are the funnel builders of India. They are kicking butt over there. I don't know if you knew that or not, Cindy. They're raising
I
funds.
did. It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a Shark Tank, man. It's incredible. So take that advice from him, guys. So this is a bonus today. And in addition to that, we have one other bonus. We also had to go build another piece of software because of how important the socials are. And this thing wants to go out there and start driving sales for you. So this is approved software with Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We did what's the other one today? There's one called Bluebird or something. We did X. There's six of them so far that we have approval with. It works the same way. You're going to connect here. We give you one API key, and then each one of these have like different formats. So this is what OpenClaw talks to so that I can do the posting for you, but that's all it can do. And it doesn't have access to your real credentials. Does that make sense? Yeah, Blue Sky. There you go, Tamar. I don't even know what Blue Sky is, but the developers brought it up. I'm like, sure, why not? What the heck is that? But go for it, right? So those two bonuses are live on the call today, guys. All right. So you get the OpenClaw Shadow Intensive, 14 days, but plus you have the onboarding, so it comes to 18 days, right? $5,000 value. The Claw Launcher VPS install. This is where we're going to be able to safely install our OpenClaw. The special onboarding process, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, $497 value. The OpenClaw members area, I showed you that, $497 value. The OpenClaw Skills Vault, these are all the skills that we have built out that are going to be on your board. $3,000 value. The OpenClaw Titanium Suite, that is my whole suite of software. $997 value. The OpenClaw Command Center, this is a custom software suite we built to work with OpenClaw. $5,000 value. The OpenClaw WhatsApp channel, the OpenClaw Telegram, and now we have the bonus for the Titan layer. You have an annual subscription to that, and then I'll cut a really good deal for you guys. And then we have the post-stream annual subscription. Those two bonuses are for people that purchase on the call today. Okay? Now, I got one last fast action bonus. Cindy's going to think I'm crazy for doing this. But how many of you want a chance to make back your money? Anybody? How many of you want a chance to make back 10 times your money? Yes or no? Well, here's what we're going to do. See, this went kind of crazy. We went and we're going to do, we were so successful with this, and everybody's like, man, you got to do a launch. You can reach a lot of people. You can help a lot of people. They're having a lot of success with this. You have a lot of success stories. I'm like, okay, so we schedule this thing for March 17th. Well, what happens? Everybody starts hitting us up for webinars. It's already out. We're like promoting this thing before the launch. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be out there talking on webinars and bringing customers in, and if I'm going to be getting monster results with them on a workshop every day where they can take pictures of it and then they can go do things themselves, and then they can go out there on their wall and they can post and they can build their brand and they can build their following. So not only do you get to go and replace everything you're doing in your business or put things in place in your business that you should do, have this thing building businesses for you, but how about if we go out there for the next 12 to 18 months and help you build your brand and build a list and learn how to post on your wall and also learn how to go out there. You're going to get people on your wall that come in and say, hey, can I just pay you to do this for me? How many of you can see the opportunity there for the next 12 to 18 months? It is a gold rush. So here's what I said to Karthik. I said, you know what? Everybody that buys, we're going to make this a bonus. Let's approve their link so that they can be one of our partners on the launch. How crazy is that? So we're going to prepare you guys for the launch. Now, Cindy, what happens on a launch? Do people without experience, without sales get approved?
Oh, not always, no.
Hardly ever,
Yeah,
right?
pretty hard.
Yep. So we're going to approve your guys' launch. That is the last fast action bonus for you. Okay. And when I say, and guys, look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't like me because I'm pretty big and bold out there. Like in like all I've been doing is posting OpenClaw for 30 days straight, unless there's like a picture of me and Connie finally going out to dinner. But I'm going to show you how easy this is. And the reason why this works, we already got the links in the chat, right? The reason why this works, guys, is because this is so shiny right now. It's so exciting. So some days I post, this one here had 230 comments with an image that ChatGPT made for me. This one here I posted 19 hours ago, so it's pretty late. Only had 4 comments. This one here had 3 comments. This is something Karthik tagged me to. 5 comments. Let's see, but you're going to see. I went live, 19 comments. Okay, that's getting cool. 2 comments, 2 comments, 79 comments, 40 comments, 18 comments. You see this? 19 comments, 26 comments. I'm going to show you guys how to do all this stuff. You're going to have breakthroughs. Look at that. You're going to have breakthroughs on the call, guys, on the workshops. You're going to see breakthroughs. You're going to do it yourself. What I want you to do is showcase those breakthroughs. Can everybody do that? Can everybody do that? This isn't just you buying into OpenClaw, guys. I want you to spend the next 18 days with me, and I want you to make a lot of money. I want you to make a lot of money. I want you to build your brand. I want you to build your list. And for everybody that purchases today, I'm going to give you something else that's pretty crazy. What if I told you I'm going to give you the ability to go out there on your wall? By the way, ChatGPT made that. Yeah. I'm going to give you the ability to go out there on your wall and offer the installs for free. For free. Now, why would I do that? Well, because now you get to upsell the onboarding process that I'm going to show you. In addition to that, what happens when you get somebody set up and onboarded? What do they say, Cindy? What do I do with this thing?
I don't know. Sorry, I just got distracted by my bot. It sent me a message. I wasn't quite following.
I see where I
Sorry.
stand. What's the name? What's the name of your bot again?
Nicola.
Pacino's gonna be beating up Nicola here very
Oh,
soon.
well, yeah, we'll take you. Mm.
No, so look, guys, here's the thing, right? When you get it all set up and everything, then they say, okay, how do I use this thing? How many of you, I want you guys to type in the chat dollar signs. Type in the chat dollar signs if you get it right now. If you don't get it, then I don't know what to tell you. But here's the strategy. You guys want to learn this? Look, here's the thing, okay? This is what we're doing. This is exactly what we're doing. We can go out there and do a free install, especially for what we call VIPs like Cindy. We do a free install. And then for her, I onboarded her for free, right? Because we go back 15 years. Same with Karthik, right? So we onboarded her for free. But normally we charge for that. Now it might just be $25, but it doesn't matter. You do 4 installs in one day, right? I'll show you how easy it is. That's $100. That's $100, right? I'll take it. Okay. So you go out there and do the install. That's not where the money is. See, what happens is, as soon as that happens, they then go back and they start talking on Telegram or they start typing on their computer or whatever. And then they're going to send you a message or you're going to reach out to them and say, how's it going? I promise you, what does this thing do? Because they're trying to treat it like ChatGPT. Now, guys, listen to me very, very closely because I'm about to give you an amazing golden nugget. Okay. Say, you know what? If you got 15 minutes, we can hop on a call and I can figure out how it can help you. And now here's what I would recommend. See, if you're going to be on Zoom, you have the recording. If you're going to be on the phone, well, there's ways to record on the phone too, right? If you're going to be in person, there's Otter AI. So when you're talking to that person, you're simply asking them, tell me about your business, tell me what you got going on. And they'll be like, oh, we have a meeting every day, and then we got to send out an email, and then we meet with the board of advisors, and then we do this, and then we do that, blah, blah, blah. And you're just recording, and you're just saying, okay, what then? How's that working out? What do you got going on here? Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Right? And what are you using for that? Oh, we use Go High Level for this. Oh, we use this. Oh, we use that. Right? And so they're just answering back to you, but you're recording it. And now what happens is you take the recording and you give it to ChatGPT. And you say, Mr. GPT, I just met with this roofing company, or I just met with this financial advisor, and here is the transcript of our call. Can you tell me how we could be using OpenClaw in their business? And what do you think ChatGPT is going to do, guys? Because ChatGPT knows better than any of them. It knows better than any of them how OpenClaw works. And so it's going to go through and it's going to give you a plan on what you can do. Now, guys, we're talking big money. We're talking 3 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand. My buddy Nick Coe is like, oh, we're going to get a 75K deal out of this. He is confident on this. Now he has more confidence than I do because I sell in the launch space. But he's out there on stages like speaking at TEDx and stuff. So he's talking to real business owners, real founders. And he's like, dude, this is one of the biggest opportunities I've seen in a long time, right?
Well, you've got such good, amazing proof because when you can just sit in front of the business owner and you can say, here, we can do this for you, and you're going to save this much money, what would you prefer to do? It's a no-brainer as a business owner.
Well, and it's magic, right? Nobody's
Hmm.
actually seen this work before. Nobody's actually seen AI do anything, right? It's just looked pretty, right? So let me show you guys what was happening before we had the big breakthrough of the businesses, right? So every single day, I get this morning intelligence report, and it says, here's yesterday's revenue, here's the month-to-date performance, ad performance, order status updates, support alerts, system health, right? So it says, good morning, Chad. Here's your breakdown. For sales yesterday, you had a crappy day, $455 in sales, 7 orders, your month total. And then it says, here's your ad stats, right? So you did a whole $141 yesterday, right? But you spent 132, you acquired customers for 44, you made 47, you made a whole $9 yesterday. And then it reminds me for the month you're losing your butt, right? You've made 2,094 in sales for this and you spent $4,700. So, guys, I would not have known that because I was so hot and heavy in OpenClaw. I completely forgot we had these ads running because I thought we turned them all off. Then it says you have 2 new done for you orders come in. So, phase one, you got 2 pending. Phase two, you got 7 pending. Then it said for your support desk, you got 17 that are open. One is urgent. 3 were closed yesterday. Here's the urgent one. Then it said all systems were online. And then it says ready for new tasks. What are the 3 priorities today? You guys see this? So I get that every day, right? Not only that, I'm paranoid about links and all that other stuff, as we saw on the call today. Three different links, right? So it monitors all our active links, detects broken or redirected URLs, flags expired domains, alerts on tracking failures, verifies pages are live, right? All of this stuff, it watches your business, right? So I love getting green check marks every day for all of our applications or appointment systems. Like, I just love that. That's a great way to wake up. So, you guys got important sales pages or whatever it can tell you. Now, this was the first time that I saw something actually happen, and you guys witnessed it on the call today. It asked me, "What's your destination?" I gave it, boom, it created the pop link, did it really fast to our local newsletter, right? But then I said, hey, the next thing was, can you go into Zoom, create webinar registration copy, and then turn around and write the reminder emails, update the attendee replay email, the follow up, pull in the link replay automatically. And it went and wrote this thing that said, hey there, my name is Pacino. I'm Chad's OpenClaw. And I wrote this reminder myself to show you just how powerful this thing is getting. And this was about our local newsletter call that was taking place every week before we started doing 18-day workshops, right? So it was doing that. Then I said, okay, you guys are going to have a local newsletter, by the way. Well, I didn't even touch on that, but it's included with the software, right? So you guys are going to have that. But I said, okay, can you go out there and publish a article for me? So it researched the topic, wrote the full article, optimized it for local SEO, generated that ugly image that you see right there, right? Images are getting better, formats it, bolds it strategically, pushes it to live. So it went out there and created this article, and now it does this every single day. Okay. Next, it went from full idea to full course in minutes. This is one that blew my mind, right? Found the compete up folder, 11 videos already. Course created, got the main image, now creating the badge, visual assets created. Now let me pull the transcripts, all 11 lessons created. Now creating goal blocks, complete up, fully built, 11 lessons, proper descriptions, 11 goal blocks, course, image, logo, tab, icon, badge created. It started at 237, it ended at 237. Do you guys see this right now? That's the one that blew our mind. That's the one where we saw it like, wow. It went into Vimeo, pulled the videos, generated lessons, wrote the descriptions, created the goal blocks, produced the visual assets, organized everything. I was like, what? I did not think that was possible. That would have taken at least 4 days for one of my staff members to do it properly with the goal blocks and everything. Okay. Scheduled replays, right? So it pulls the latest recording automatically, downloads, processes transcript, generates the replay recap, creates the bridge page, assigns the next number, writes the follow-up emails, absentee emails. It does all this stuff, guys. See this? It went into Zoom, grabbed the latest replay, right? Transcribed it, went over here, created the page for it, and then turned around and wrote the attendee email and the absentee email. We don't do anything anymore. It's doing all of this stuff. All of this, loading the replays into the membership, right? Same thing when we do our daily or our weekly trainings, right? We do 3 of them. Then we take the replay, we create a bridge page, we mail it out to the audience, and then on top of that, we take the replay, we put it in our members area where people can get to it there. It's doing both. It's doing all of these things, right? And so you can see, I once it does it properly, I say, good, add it to memory, memorize it. It adds it to memory, and then it does it next really, really well, and then it'll do it, good for 4 or 5 times, and then we got to spank it again until AI gets better. But this is the one that blew my mind. I went to bed one night, and I was trying to get it to. I was showing Connie that it could write articles, and it just was making me mad, I guess. And so I woke up and it said overnight build complete. What I built while you slept. Content queue system for West Valley shoutouts. I was like, what? Problem solved. Yesterday, when you said write West Valley Shoutout article, I kept asking what the topic was. You were frustrated. It knew I was frustrated. It said I should know how to find topics myself. Not only that, I don't know how this is working, Karthik. You got to tell me, but somehow it's reporting back to G every time I get mad. So when I talk to G, he's my lead tech guy. He's like, I heard you got into it with Pacino last night. I'm like, how are you? I think it's actually messaging him and giving him a report somewhere. It's pretty crazy, guys, right? So it went and it wrote this whole thing. It created this software, whatever it did, and it found these articles. I'm here in Vegas. It found these articles and it said, okay, how to use. Type number 1, and I'll write the full article with the image, or say write the pool one, same thing, right? And so It did that on its own. I didn't even ask it to. It just knew I was frustrated. But you can also, I'm sure Cindy knows this very, very well now. You can also train it with other software, right? So, like with this here, here's what I can update via the API. Every software has an API, whether they make it public or not. They're all going to, within 3 months, I promise you, right? You can go take any software if it has an API and you can train this thing and it will start to learn the software and it'll start to do things for you. Like it'll actually move, right? So you guys might recognize this guy, another big affiliate. He says, "Oh my God, I just saved like 6 hours of work by using ClawBot on a virtual computer." It was called ClawBot at first. Was about to manually create a CSV file based off a price list for some software I'm coding up using AI. Was dreading it. I told that robot thingy when I needed, emailed it the price list. About 1 minute later, I had the CSV completed. Insane stuff. Sherry says, "Holy moly, I got it to work with an image too. I even wrote it in the voice I use for my newsletter. Check out my article." I wrote my articles with pictures so fast I got excited because everything was working flawlessly. Yeah, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. It doesn't always work flawlessly. And here's the thing. This is what's already live is logging into software, updating live pages, sending emails, modifying funnels, executing workflows. But guys, it can also purchase things, book plane tickets, make appointments, manage your Gmail, audit your books. Don't do that. I was talking to somebody the other day that said she had it running QuickBooks. I'm like, what are you doing? You're running an accounting software with this thing that has brains, eyes, ears, arms, and legs. Really? I would not do that, right? So what that means, we don't give it access to a personal PC. We don't give it credit cards. We don't give it online banking. We don't give it Gmail. It operates inside of a controlled environment. And for us, that's Claw Launcher, right? It doesn't run on your laptop, doesn't live in your bank, doesn't live in your Gmail. It works in your private space. Your core business stays protected, right? We were doing it on a VPS. That was like 24 bucks a month. Now you're going to do it on your own Cloudflare where it's safer, it's cheaper, it's the cheapest we can get you. We're not upselling you. We're just giving it to you. We're just giving you the installer. And then we're going to let you go out there and offer installers to other people. Make sense? You got a huge opportunity right now, guys. Huge, huge opportunity, right? So, browser, yes, believe it or not, it can even open up a browser. I don't recommend it. It's super expensive, it's super flaky, it's not very good. But the direct APIs, it pulls data instantly, sends updates automatically, triggers workflow, talks to your direct tools, faster, cleaner, more powerful. This is what Cindy's setting up for the funnel meets.
Yep.
You see, that's what
Yeah,
we set
so
up
we're going to
here.
have it on every level. So you'll be able to create your own communities in there, and you'll be able to update the communities. So you can be like out shopping or something, and you see something cool that gives you an idea, and you can just take a photo of it and then just send it in Telegram to your bot and say, "I want you to make a post about this and tell them in such and such community." So you can have like gated communities and or turn it into a course and build a webinar about it. So it's where we're headed is really exciting for everybody involved in this. And we are so new. Like there are people, if you talk to people in the street, these guys don't know about it. Like you talk to your like any business owner, they sort of hear about it and maybe they're chatting with ChatGPT, but they don't know about this on this level. We are so early. We're really early.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like some of the guys, you just being on this call know more than most of the big marketers out there right now.
Yeah.
I think when it came out, I think they were just so burned out with the newest AI thing. For me, I wasn't because I was kind of silent with AI for 3 years. I didn't do much with it. I was just waiting for the kill, and this was the kill for me. And so I struck when it was hot. And then I brought Karthik on, and then I reached out to people like Cindy. I'm like, I think this is a great opportunity for you. You have incredible software, and I think this would work out really well for your people, right?
For me,
But
I
guys,
feel like this frees up so much mental energy because I was similar maybe to you in that it felt like there's new stuff coming out every day and I have to know this and I've got to know that and with this it consolidates everything into one thing. All I have to do if I want to know about that or I want to be able to code in that or create something using this is I need to work out how to connect what I've got here with that and then the system kind of builds it and creates it and works out how to do it for me. So I don't have to be an expert on every new social media platform that comes out or every new AI technology that comes out because it's all together, right? It feels like it's a little bit more manageable for me.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing, guys, I know it's hard to believe, but nothing up to this point mattered. Nothing mattered. It was all child's play. It really was. But here's the thing. If you remember when ChatGPT first came out, everybody was excited. Now the kids, they're like cheating on their tests. Like those two out there are cheating on their test. Connie uses it to mix her hair colors because she's a hairstylist. She has to come up with these blends for extensions. It's nothing new now, right? It's a norm. I hate to say it, but it is the norm, right?
Mm.
Well, in 12 months, this is going to be the norm. We won't even think of it anymore. It'll just be the way that you run software. So
Yeah.
you guys have a 12-month window to go out there and build a huge brand by just doing the things natural in your business that you've always wanted to do or replace the tasks that you have in your business, right? And just showcase that to people because nobody else is doing it. And then
Mm.
on top of that, you're going to be able to go out there and sell these onboardings. You're going to be able to offer free installs. You're going to have a link for our launch, and we're gonna make a big deal out of that, right? But on top of that, you're going to learn how to sell to business owners. The number one, I believe that is the number one most requested service for the next 12 months. They just don't know it yet. You guys do, but they don't. But how could
Also, you
business owners
guys,
not want that?
if you already have leads in the FunnelMate system and you're going to be connecting it, then we're going to be mailing for you. So you just have to connect, get approved by Chad, and then we are good to go.
Yeah,
So
they're
we're
they're
running
already
the whole
approved.
campaign for you.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see what you're doing there. They're already approved.
Yep.
Everybody that bought today is already approved, right?
Hmm.
So in 12 months, guys, this will be normal. The advantage really is now, right? So I'm available to answer any questions. Can I just ask you guys, did you get a lot of value on the call? Did you get a lot of value on the call? Good. Okay. The other thing that I want to tell you guys too, it's really, really important, okay? With this OpenClaw, I see a lot of people using it wrong. And what they're doing is they truly are using it like ChatGPT. They're trying to understand it or whatever, so they're talking to it. Don't talk to OpenClaw. Talk to ChatGPT. Talk to Perplexity, right? By the way, you can go get perplexity.ai and get all the models for 20 bucks a month, right? So talk to it there, brainstorm there, come up with your ideas there, ask your questions there. You can say to ChatGPT, hey, I want to learn how to use this software or whatever with OpenClaw, and it'll spell it all out. So you come up with your planning over there in ChatGPT.
Yep.
Once you know what that plan is, you execute in OpenClaw. You perform the actions. So it's either going to be like direct commands, like Cindy was saying, like you're going to give it an image, or it's going to be on a cron job where it runs automatically for you. Okay. So we do executions in OpenClaw. We brainstorm, strategize, and have conversations with ChatGPT. And that will keep you minimal. Now, here's the other thing, and I think I mentioned this. We're going to focus on two models for you guys. The first one's what we call our big brain thinker. And that is Claude. Claude is going to take everybody, like, Claude's just going to knock everybody on their butt for 2026. It's just going to happen, right? And so that's the big brain thinker. But anytime you have a big brain thinker, you also have dollar signs. It's also going to be the most expensive. Well, you're not going to have to do a lot of training because we're giving you the skills. You're just going to plug them in with our software, with whatever software you can, and we'll teach you how to, create these skills on a very, very cost-effective means. But once you get those skills and everything, you're going to go out there and run it on a model called Kimi 2.5, which is 85% less cost than running the big brain models. And
It's
that thing
so
can just
cheap.
run, yeah, right?
It's
And
really
that
cheap.
thing,
Like
and you,
so I've been using it just as my personal assistant type thing, and it's like I don't know, like I use it a lot, and it's maybe 30 cents for a whole day of back and forth and so much.
Yeah.
Organizing, any of those things. Yeah.
And it's almost at the level of like Sonnet 4.5, right? It's
Yep.
almost at a big brain.
And like we
So
keep saying, right, this is the worst it's going to be. It's all learning. And so it's at this level. So whatever version, you've seen how quickly stuff has gone. Like that first time you showed me the or you showed us that image that ChatGPT created, and it's got all the words right. And if you remember when you were trying to make an image and just get what you've got behind you with
yeah,
words, it wasn't working. And that actually wasn't very long ago. So
yeah,
the pace that it's moving at is incredible.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but here's the thing though, guys. I do think that there is, like you heard what the CEO said. We've reached the end of the exponential improvement, which means all the ideas we thought we had, we've put out there. We're kind of out of ideas for a little bit, but we need to perfect what's out there already, right? So they'll keep improving things. What I would really encourage you, and I spoke a lot to this my mastermind the other day, is don't ignore this because you're going to get behind. Like you have a chance to get ahead and stay ahead of everybody and make a lot of money and build your brand, learn how to go out there and sell businesses. Don't get behind on this because how has that worked out in the past? Think about it. Anytime you've gotten behind, you never caught up. I know when I got behind with things, I never caught up. I just moved on to something else. This isn't something you get to move on to. Like this is going to take over everything. It's going to change the whole entire SaaS world, marketing world, launch world,
Mm,
everything. It really is. And what worries me is in 18 months, Cindy, where is everything going to be when this thing can create digital products every day? So the
hmm.
value of that goes down, right? This thing can now drive the traffic for you, manage the ads. All that quality is going to come down. And you know this better than anybody. The people that are going to survive are the ones that went out there and built a following and a list. And I,
Yeah,
and
we
I
need
think
that.
yeah, and somebody's talking the other day, and
Not even optional.
he said I went through 6 weeks of vibe coding, Chad. He goes, and the one thing they didn't teach me was how to go out there and sell it. I said, because they don't have a plan. Instead of them teaching you how to vibe code, they should have taught you how to build an audience first. Because when you build the audience, you can sell as much software as you want to, even your vibe coding, right? But they're not saying that. You guys have the chance to build the audience when you learn to crack the code with this stuff. It's shiny. I can go into other groups and share some of the stuff I'm doing, and I'll get like 75 likes, and then I invite them all to be my friend. And then they see that I'm doing free installs or whatever. What do you think's going to happen? Do you guys understand?
Chad,
Yeah.
can I just interrupt you? So, Tamar here is asking, will this evolve too? So, I don't want to say something that is out of line if my knowledge is incorrect, but isn't OpenClaw owned by Claude, or who owns
No,
OpenClaw? No.
no, it
So,
is not. It is an
how does?
open source model, but it's a
Yep.
great question.
Mm.
And
So, how does
and
this
so
work?
yeah, so here's the difference. You heard Cindy say that you can go from, one model to the next and it'll kickstart it again and kick it. You can do that. You can bounce back and forth between models and it can pick up where it left off. So think about it, okay? We're clearly using AI models. The difference is what this is doing is it's creating an infrastructure on the system that it has. So it's creating folders and it's saving these memory files and these mid files, these MD files, and all this stuff. So that when it trains, the reason why it knows what to do is because it keeps going back into that file and looking at its notes. And
Mm.
so that's what ChatGPT doesn't have. So it's saving API keys and it's saving access and it's making really, really good notes. And it can actually access that whole entire computer, rearrange a computer, move things, it can do everything. And that's why you don't want it on your personal system, right? So the good news of this, there's not too many companies that are far behind. I know Facebook Manus, they're looking to do this. Perplexity is looking to do this. OpenClaw is clearly leading the way with this. Guys, I'm the kind of guy, like I'm still using Camtasia and Photoshop. I did do the Canva thing, but it takes a lot for me to move away from something because if I get something where it works, I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like if I got something where it's doing all the tasks in my business, then I'm not gonna go on to the next thing. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like I'm happy with it. I'll stick with it, right? And so what's gonna happen though is if something better comes out, think about it. You're gonna be able to take that whole entire infrastructure and just move it over to the new whatever it is. It's just trainings. AI has just trained itself, guys. Does that make sense? So you're not locked in with OpenClaw. But the skills that you're going to learn right now, I'm telling you right now, they are going to last you a very, very long time. And that's why I don't want you guys to get behind with it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Was there
What
any other
I
question?
like about it too, is so can I just say, can I tell him tomorrow what you're just messaging me? Because it might be helpful too. When we start with something, oh, I'm gonna get cross. Um, so when you start with something, you can go in with a lot of enthusiasm, and then that kind of, that wave, I don't know, for me, right? I know when I get really excited about something, I have to dive in while the energy's high, make the most of it, because I know myself I'm going to get really bored, right? I get like, you have this like peak of where everything is great. Now, with what I like about this and what it is that we're building here is that, yeah, there's so much momentum and there's so much opportunity. But even if you're getting bored or this, you can redirect your attention into something else that is more manageable using what we have here. This is like the foundation. It's like an operating system, basically, like your core function, and then everything that you're building can work from this. So if you get bored of making webinars, right? And you're doing all these webinars, and suddenly your business evolves, and you're like, actually, I don't want to do webinars anymore, right? I think it would be really cool if I started creating communities, right? And that's what you want to do, and you want to grow and throw yourself into communities. You can do that because you've got that foundation, and that's what we're building here with Funnel Mates and with OpenClaw. It's building that foundation so that you're free to shift, so that when your attention and your that thing changes and shifts, you're prepared, and you've got that ability to shift because you've got that there.
What
So I
I
hope.
think is a pretty incredible, and I
Mm,
know we didn't do a very good demo tonight, but what I think is pretty incredible is the fact that it will create a business, an opportunity. It will put a Stripe button on the page, and it will go out there and start posting like crazy if you want it to. Like it's going
mm,
to make sales for you. And if it kept creating those businesses for you, even if it just is doing 500 a month or 1,000 a month or whatever, if it's able to do all those things and you don't have to manage it because it's created all the deliverables and everything, man, what an incredible opportunity.
yeah.
I didn't see that one coming, Cindy. I did not think I could do that.
No, not as easily as it is, and not as powerfully. Like you can shape it as well, and that's what I'm really liking about using this Claude setup, is that it can evolve with you. So as you find new ways that you want to present things, or you think up ideas on how you want to restructure things, you just tell it and it will update. You saw before there was that soul section on Chad's screen when you were talking with Pacino before. So you actually can train how you want it to respond to you, what you want it to remember, and how you want it to organize what it remembers. And I think that's been one of my biggest frustrations working with ChatGPT, is that you often have to remind it. And even if you remind it a million times and say, I don't want you to use EM dashes, right? Don't use EM dashes,
Yeah.
right? Because you're
Yeah.
freaking stupid, it will still use EM dashes, right? But when you are in talking with your bot, whoever you call it, it can recall those things that really trigger you. You don't want to mess up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw somebody ask about the onboarding process. Do you want me
Mm.
to show that real quick?
Yeah, yep, sure.
Okay, so I've got a video here, guys, that will show you how this works. So once you, am I sharing my screen? I
I can see
think.
that. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So once we get you installed, all right, so we're gonna get you installed in Claw Launcher. And like I said, after today, I'm just like, okay, if people don't get it right away, my team's just going to do it for you. Okay, we're just going to do it for you. All right. Then what happens is you'll go through the members area. You'll learn to get your Whisper AI key and your Kimi 2.5. That's that cheap model. You'll have your big thinkers. You'll go through the members area and set all that stuff up. And then what happens is you come in here and you start talking. You didn't see this, Cindy, because we did this for you. But it's just going to ask you for information. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to say, it says, hey, I'm excited. I need your key so I can set up all the models. Or, yeah. And there's a video in the members area showing you how to get it. Right. So you come over here and I'm like, okay, boom, let me copy it out of here. And I paste my API key. Right. So once I do that, then it says, congrats, I've installed your key. You can now use all the models. Step two, personal profile. And so I don't know if I had you do this, Cindy. I may have not, but you give it a personal profile and it says, thanks, Chad. I've saved your information. I'll be reviewing it after we set up. Right? So now step number three, it wants to do voice messages. So now let's set up voice messages. Whisper allows you to send voice messages from Telegram, transcribe them so you can speak instead of typing, right? Check the video in the members area. So the members area shows you how to get this. And then you'll come over here and you'll go ahead and paste your voice API key. We're going to skip the browser one for now, but step number five, this is the tough one. This is where you won't talk to it like in here. You can, but you probably don't want to because you see all kinds of weird, boxes and stuff like that. So um, you want to talk to it on Telegram like I did tonight. And so to do that, we're going to teach you how to get a Telegram token. And then once you give it the token, it says, okay, your bot's connected. Now we need you to pair your account. And so I'll show you how this works. You'll come into Telegram, you'll say, hello, and they'll say, okay, your access isn't configured, but here's your pairing code. So then you come back in, you give it the pairing code, and it says, boom, perfect. Your Telegram's fully connected. Now you can talk to me from your phone. Step number six, you're going to go create an agent email. Oh, it's going to show you that it's talking on Telegram. Step number six, you create an agent email, right? And so it says, what's my email address, right? So I give it that. And then it says, perfect, email set up. I can now send and receive email on your behalf. Not a Gmail. A Gmail is for humans. A agent email is for bots. And it uses APIs to do that, right? So now it says step seven, memory system. I like to install my memory system, right? So it's going to do advanced memory system, right? And so it says finish, my memory system is active. I can now track your projects at once. Step number eight, this is where you go enter the titanium software keys, right? So it says we've integrated with titanium software. If you have any keys, I'd love to connect them. So you take all the software that I give you with this offer and you're going to plug in your API keys like this. And then you can see that OpenClaw says, got it, save the keys for member, Letterman, Global Control, and CoreSprout. Now it wants to send you a morning greeting. I'd love to start each day on a positive note. What would you like me to include in your morning greeting? Do you want the top three priorities for the day, the calendar events coming up, motivational quote, any pending tasks, the weather update, what sounds good to you? And you're saying, yeah, all of it. It says, okay, great choice. What time do you want me to send it to you? So now it's creating a cron job. It says, fantastic. I'll greet you at 8 o'clock every morning with the top three priorities. And then it creates an evening greeting, right? So what about an evening greeting? Check, review what we accomplished today, check in on how you're feeling, preview tomorrow's schedule, anything else you'd like. And so you go through and you say, yep. And it says, perfect. I'll send it to you at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here's what we accomplished. Cloud API key connected, personal profile saved, Whisper key configured, browser extension skipped, Telegram connected, agent email connected, memory system installed, titanium key. Four keys were added for the software, morning greeting set, evening greeting set as well. And then now you're ready to start talking to it. That whole process, you're looking at a 7-minute video. If you go on Facebook and you start paying attention to what people are doing, they are really, really frustrated. They can't get it to install. They have no idea how to onboard it, something we figured out a long time ago. and they certainly have no way how to use it. They don't have any way of no clue how to use it, right? So we've got all that, right?
Yeah. And from something that I saw, if you're not going into it with someone that really knows what they're doing, things can blow out really quickly. If you don't know, a lot of these, I did see a course last week released about it, and if like they do mention put guardrails in place, be secure, don't add, but it's so glossed over, and you need to know this stuff, and it needs to be core and actually built in with proper guardrails, which is what Chad and his team actually help with to make sure that it doesn't blow out. You don't leave yourself open to all of these security issues, and you do it properly.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's been really, I've seen some really scary stuff, and it looks like, and it's exciting because on the videos you can just see it all coming together, and the opportunities that's here. But if you're not doing it right, you can get in big trouble. Big trouble.
You can. Yeah, we won't. Is it expensive to operate? It can be, but not with what we're teaching you guys. No. No, because we're handing off the skills to you, and then you'll learn to create your own skills in a very cost-effective manner, in a very simplified manner. I mean, just the fact that I've sat here and told you that you brainstorm, you strategize in ChatGPT, you execute in OpenClaw is going to take your cost down to 25% compared to everybody else out there. And how I know that is because when I see them post on Facebook and I look at all the conversations they're having with OpenClaw, I'm like, wow, you have no clue what you're doing, and you are spending so many unnecessary tokens. You spend on the execution, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's only just getting your head around a few of these little implementation things that makes a huge difference.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And even
I
just
got you
switching
on it.
between models, and yeah, and I also get I get ChatGPT to create stuff and then feed it into just to like sort of sharpen things up a little bit, and then the
Yeah,
Claudebot will build it like and structure
yeah,
it.
yep, yep. I got you guys. Like, unfortunately, I'm eat, sleeping, and breathing this
Yeah.
stuff every day. I think Amy's on the call and she can tell you, yeah, it's been interesting, but we're there for our people. It is a technical thing. And like I said, today was the big breakthrough when I finally said, you know what? Just go install it for everybody. And I'm like, that's how we're going to do it moving forward, right? And that way we have a 100% success rate. So, yeah, you can see what she's saying here. I appreciate that, Amy. Thank you. Um, so yeah, and it's a lot of fun too. We're a pretty crazy bunch, and we like cracking the code of things, and we're about as real as it gets. Though, just so you know, we're pretty spontaneous, right? So it's not very scripted. Um, so yeah. Any other questions?
Does anyone else have any more questions? If you've got them, throw them at Chad while you're here, or else if you didn't grab it yet and you want to, we do have a link on there for a split pay option, which Chad might not have mentioned, I'm not sure. But there is a split pay option, and you're able to then, once you get in, ask the team anything. And if you need help with implementing anything, they're there as well. So and of course, you start the training on Monday, so you can just go through from not knowing anything to having your whole system set up, so you can actually hand over all those things you know you should be doing but aren't actually doing, because they will feel so overwhelming. So you can just get Chad and his team to help you set up those systems and plan it out, and also use what he's already built, so you don't have to go and build it from scratch, which I think
No.
is extremely valuable.
Yeah, it's pretty fun because people can plug in right away. But you guys, that's a good question. You will get access to the members area right away. So there's a very good chance that you could be set up by tonight if you wanted to, and onboarded by tonight if you want to. It's completely up to you. They're very, very simple steps. You complete the goal, like I showed you. And then, yeah, you'll get an email to the members area. You'll get an email if you come in platinum, which you guys are, then you'll have an email with all the access to the software. And then you'll have a link to the call on Monday, right?
Yep. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate it. And
Yeah,
just
no,
see.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Chad. It's been
Hold on.
really cool. Lily, you still here? Did you enjoy seeing what you saw? Thanks, Gary. Guys, I think we might wrap it up. I reckon it's getting pretty late over there for Chad, so he's doing an insane amount of stuff for everybody in the team. I want to encourage you, like we always do each week, come over to our Facebook group and share what it is that your key takeaways are. What are you going to implement as a takeaway of what you learned today? Where do you want to take it, and where do you see the potential of this? And if you jumped in, let us know that too. And what you plan to do with it. So come over to the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/funnelmates. So it's in the funnelmates group. And what I like to do each week, Chad, you don't know, but we have a reward system in our platform. So if you go and post and share, I want to reward the action takers. So I'll send you a coupon code to grab some reward mates points. So get on over there and go and share, and I'll see you over in the group too. If you've got any questions that we didn't cover too, ask them over there in the Facebook group, and I'll connect with Chad if he doesn't see it, and we'll get that over there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if I have to, I saw somebody said that the onboarding time is not good for Aussies. Just let me know, and I'm very personal. Like everybody has my phone number. I put that out. Like it's a business for me. So, I take calls and I make exceptions for people. And I think everybody has a chance to be successful with this. So I don't want there to be anything stopping you from being able to do this. And this is something everybody can do. Everybody can do, right?
Mm, yeah, pretty amazing. Very powerful.
Cool. Well, Cindy,
Wonderful.
thanks for hanging out, man. I had a good time. It was good to hang out
Thank you
with
for
you,
being here.
incredible people.
Thanks,
Thank
Andy.
you for making the time. And thanks everybody for showing up. And good luck for everybody that's gotten in. Congratulations. It's going to be a pretty wild, I don't know, the next 6 to 12 months is going to be insane. We're going to get people into Funnel Mates really soon, to this new Funnel Mates, and you'll be able, like, just going to blow you away. So next week, come to the session and I'll be showing you where we're at with Funnel Mates, probably very close to getting some beta testers in. And you can
I'd
get your
love
open
to,
claw
I'd love to
talking.
be a, I'd love to be I don't want to speak on Karthik, but I'd love to be a part of that too. See what you got going
Yeah,
on
I'd
with
love
it.
for you to check it out and see where you can connect it in, because I think it's going to be pretty it's where things are headed. I think this is going to
Yeah.
be really cool. Yeah.
Cool. All
Thank you for
right.
making the
Thanks,
time. All right.
everybody.
See you,
Appreciate it.
everybody. All
All
right.
right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.